And we're live while Kay is slowly dying. You okay? And I need to pull up our schedule thing. So my hair is a lot today. My hair has decided to just be this today. You are muted, friend.
My hair is so long. I don't like it.
Your hair has gotten really long.
It needs to be. I just got to figure out where I want to go to get it done. And also what I want to get done. That's the thing. Figuring out what I want done. Wait, this is bothering me. Hold on. Oh.
Oh, I didn't even see that your most recent message in the thing. I'm sorry, your head hurts.
There we go.
I'm sorry, your head hurts.
Yeah, I blame the weather.
That tracks.
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping to get a good WALK with the dog today before the live stream, but that didn't happen. So maybe after.
Maybe.
Oh, man. I want to take a nap.
Same. I did not. I mean, I slept, which shocking, but not as much as I would like to have.
There.
Hey, Ocean View.
There we go.
What happens if I remove this?
What up? If we just have this, you know what I mean? Like maybe people will stick around when we're just being our weirdo selves.
You know, I have discovered that if you are your true self, people will show up eventually.
And the right people will show up.
Exactly. Because then they're like, hey, I like this dork. I'm going to stick around.
Happened for the both of us. We both found this weirdo on the internet that we're like, nah, let's give our personal information to this weirdo. And it worked out.
Know, I like you. I like your face. Have you seen those jokes where it's like, oh, just hanging out with the creepy old man from the internet, and it's like their best friend they met online?
Yeah. It is officially spring.
Yeah, I know.
We had a blizzard a week ago. Well, a week ago tomorrow, we had a blizzard. So, I mean, it's pretty much all melted again already because we then immediately went into the 50s and today into the 60s. So, what is the temperature right now? Curiosity. Oh, actually, we are above the 60s. We are currently at 76 here in Minnesota.
Let's see. My phone is all the way over
here.
It's
the highest we've been all year so far. So,
my watch says it's 69 degrees. I don't think that's right.
Oh, there you go. Warmer than you?
90 degrees. There you go.
Okay, I was gonna say there is no way Minnesota is warmer than Texas.
It didn't update. It does that. I don't know why. I need to look in my weather app settings and be like, hey, update yourself. So I always have to like tap on it to load it and then it updates. I'm like, stop it.
Mine's like that too.
Is dumb.
But yeah, no. So the high today is 78 in Minnesota, which is wild to me. That's very warm considering we just had a blizzard. And like a blizzard that dropped like 6 inches on us.
Blizzard go burr.
Wild.
It's funny.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I know.
I am testing something that I probably shouldn't with one of my appliances.
What are you testing?
So I bought a rug. The rug that I have in my living room now It's technically machine washable, but it might be too big for my washer. So we're testing it.
Is it in the washer right now?
Mm-hmm.
Is he like,
I haven't heard I haven't heard the agitator going crazy yet. So I might be lucking out because I have tried vacuuming it. I have tried shampooing it. The problem is because it's meant to be machine washable, it's really flimsy. It looks very nice, but it's very comfortable, but it's pretty flimsy. So like trying to vacuum it or trying to like shampoo it like in a traditional way, it just isn't very effective. So if I could just machine wash it every couple of weeks, I'd be in good shape, considering how much the dog loves to chew on stuff on it and make it a gross, disgusting mess. And I also have a golden retriever. If you haven't noticed, I have a golden retriever. And they shed.
You just got the best of both worlds.
I was told before I got Cosmo, I had a friend that had a golden retriever growing up. And they were like, you do realize that they shed a lot. I'm like, I grew up with a German Shepherd. Like I would literally, when I was stressed out, the way I would calm myself down is I would sit with Dakota and I would just pull tufts of hair from his rear end area, like right above the tail. I was like, I would create a whole other dog with his fur. And they're like, no, you don't understand the extent of a golden retriever shed. Because it's not seasonal. It is just constant. And indeed, especially now that I live on hardwood floors. When I was living downstairs on carpet, it wasn't as noticeable. Now I see like tumbleweed of fur just across my living room. No, his name is not Buddy. His name is Apollo. And it's kind of a funny way I came across that name because originally his name was going to be Merlot. And the reason for that was because when I got Cosmo, his name became Cosmo because my mom and I were joking around. I wanted to name him after a city, but nothing really like felt right. You know, we went through like Denver and Austin and all these other names, and like they're great names, but like and names that I love, but just they didn't feel right. So we started settling like on New York boroughs, and Manhattan really didn't have a good way of shortening the name aside from Manny. I didn't like that. Brooklyn, Queens, Knox, Bronx. There we go. Not Knox. Knox is another name I've thought about, but Bronx. Staten Island, like I'm sorry, none of those really work. I mean, Bronx is cute, but not for a golden, and Brooklyn is cute.
Brooklyn is cute, but I don't know, not really for a golden.
Not really for a golden. And not only that, but when I was getting Cosmo, I was also still very much like stereotypical like masculine feminine names. And I also felt like Brooklyn was a feminine name, which obviously I don't feel that way anymore. But back then, like you have to remember, this was 2008. Like I was a lot younger. I was in a very different place in my life. And so that was another reason why I didn't want to go with Brooklyn. Anyway, so my mom jokingly said Cosmopolitan. And I said, Cosmo. And that's how Cosmo got his name. Off of the Cosmopolitan, which is a beverage that my mother and I both enjoy, right? So when I was like, well, if I ever get another golden, I'll name him Merlot, because that's the only real red wine that came with a good name. I mean, Bordeaux is cute, and I know a dog named Bordeaux, that kind of thing. But like, it's just felt like Merlot was the best dog name to come out of a red wine.
Yeah.
And then when I was gonna get a golden, I was like, I really don't like that name anymore. And anyway, so then I was like, but Cosmo is also kind of a spacey name, and Nova is a spacey name. Nova is named after a car. And so if I could find something that is alcohol based, also a car, and also spacey, that would work. Then Apollo came up, and there are beverage companies called Apollo, or there is a beverage company, I think, called Apollo, if I remember correctly when I was doing my research. And then there is obviously a spacey name, the Apollo, spaceships and whatnot, the Apollo rockets. And then also there is a car called the Apollo, and it looks like the Batmobile.
I love that.
So I was like, I guess Apollo is his name. Oh.
Haha.
Yeah. So that's how Apollo got his name. Now I'm going to go with the Greek theme. So if I ever get another dog, it'll either be Artemis or what was the other one I've been thinking about? I can't remember. I have to look it up. But Artemis is actually like Apollo's sibling.
Ooh.
So I'm like, that would be perfect.
That would be cool.
That's not the one I was thinking of, but definitely one I could consider. But yeah, so I can't remember. I'd have to look it up. I have it written down somewhere, but I was thinking about going with I don't think it was a Greek god. I think it was a part of Greek mythology, but I can't remember like if it was a Titan or a god or something else. I could figure it out because I remember it was Atlas.
Ooh.
Atlas was the other one.
That's a good name.
Yeah, I remember because it was the one that holds up the earth. And that's Atlas. So Atlas or Artemis.
I have a D&D character named Atlas.
And I love the name Atlas, and I love the name Artemis.
It's such a good name.
Yeah. So one of those two will be my next dog. Though I almost came home with a pair of cats recently. So Nova would have killed me. One was a little boy, one was a little girl. Aww. And I was going to name them at that time because I wanted to stick with the car theme. So, and Chevrolet cars specifically. So the reason why my cat is named after a car is because when my sister got a cat that my brother-in-law ended up being allergic to, and they were just dating at the time, but he was like, yeah, we can't have a cat. And so it became my mom and my cat because I was 15 and became my mom and my cat. And then she eventually became my cat. But I kept her name, and my sister named her Corvette. Yes, Kay remembers Corvette because Corvette only just recently passed away back in 2018, right before I got Nova. Mm-hmm. And then when I was a senior in high school, our German Shepherd Dakota, found a little kitten, and we took her in. We realized she was deaf, and realized that she was going to be really difficult to place, being that she's deaf. And so we decided to keep her, and we were trying to think of a name. And then we just so happened to be watching TV that night that we were trying to think of a name. And we saw this commercial for the Chevy Cobalt, which had a Corvette in it. And so we took that. Yeah, we took that as a hint that should have been her name. So then we had Cobalt. She passed away in 2020. But anyway, so we had Corvette and Cobalt. And so I was like, after that, I'm just going to, and then beyond that, we also had a cat named Casey, and her real name was Cadenza. She died in 2015. I think that's when we put her down. She was like 22 when we put her down, but her real full name was Cadenza. I named her after a cat named Cadenza that I saw in a straight to video thing at daycare. If I have found it again, I would have to Google it. I don't remember the name of it, but it was like one of these like straight to video, like keeping kids occupied kind of TV show. Right? Yeah. Anyway, and there was a cat in there named Cadenza, and I was like, I love that. I'm going to get a cat and name it Cadenza. So then we got Casey, and then my parents and my sister didn't want to keep saying Cadenza all the time. So they shortened it to Casey. And, anyway, then the Kia came out with a car called the Cadenza. So I was like, this is perfect. So now any cat I have is going to be named after a Chevrolet vehicle specifically. But so then Nova came along. Her real name was going to be Camaro at first. And then again, when I was going to go pick her up, I was like, I don't like Camaro anymore. So my dad was like, what about the Nova? And I was like, what's a Nova? And he shows me a picture. And I'm like, I guess that's her name.
Ta-da!
So anyway, their names were going to be Cruise for the Chevy Cruise. And I was still trying to decide, but I was probably going to go with Malibu.
I like Malibu for a name.
Mm-hmm. But the Chevy Malibu. Anyway. I don't know. I don't know if I could ever make Tahoe work. That was my grandma's favorite vehicle, was the Tahoe. I don't know if I could ever make that one work.
Just have Maine Coon. Tahoe.
I mean, to be fair, Nova is part Maine Coon.
No, like an actual, like full
like
Maine
a full-on Maine Coon. Yeah, no, absolutely. I actually used to have one. His name was Winter. And you know why I named him Winter? I am very creative with names.
Was he white?
No.
Oh.
No,
Why?
he was actually Maine Coon Siamese mix. So he looked he had the coloration of a Siamese, so he was chocolate point, but he was the size of a small horse. As Maine Coons are.
Mm-hmm.
And he had the snout of a Siamese too. So he had that like long Siamese snout. No, I named him Winter because we got him in winter.
10 out of 10 with names. Good job.
Oh, no. You want to know my very best 10 out of 10 name? I had a hamster and I named him Hamsty.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Hamtaro.
I didn't know what Hamtaro was yet. I don't even think Hamtaro actually existed. When did Hamtaro first come out?
The 90s? So,
well,
yeah, no.
When specifically? Because I got Hamsty in the 90s.
I don't know.
Hamtaro in US. Okay, so it aired in the United States for the first time in 2002. So definitely well after I had Hamsty. But
my arrangement of time does not make sense. Okay.
To be fair, the anime itself might be from the 90s, but like it didn't come here until 2002.
Well, I mean, I didn't know about it until it was here, so.
Right.
But that also tracks because that's when I was like super into anime, so that timeline makes sense.
Yeah, it looks like the original show aired from 2000 to 2006. So yeah, it was just the 2000s. We got it 2 years after. That's wild. It must have been really popular in Japan. It became that quickly.
Well, I mean, anime was starting to slowly. Now it's everywhere. Now we play features in the movie theater, and they do super well.
I was gonna say, like my friend Nikki, her nieces are both teenagers, and which anyway.
Time is fun.
The amount of things I had to. So we went out to dinner last night because my sister's birthday yesterday. We went to dinner last night. Where, and I hear you not. I like don't freak out, but I ate a $300 burger.
See, I would be more like, oh my gosh, Britt, but I know the secret.
You know the story.
I know the secret behind the $300 burger.
I ate a $300 burger. And it cost me $28. It's just called $300 burger.
Just extreme couponing.
Yeah. That's how good I am at couponing, everyone. There was a $300 burger and I got it for $28. No, apparently the reason why it's called the $300 burger, because my nephew actually asked, and I thought it was because like they have, it's like proper Wagyu beef, and they also have this like sauce that I did not have on it because it's got it had truffles in it, and I am not a mushroom person, so I had them hold that. But though next time I go there, because I will go there again, it was fantastic. Ooh. And it's owned by a friend of my sister and my brother-in-law's. But my dad had the venison, and I was thinking about the venison, but I just didn't want to spend $48 last night. And yeah. And I did not want to spend $48. So instead I spent $300. It's fine. No. I just didn't want to spend $48 on venison. But then my dad gave me a bite of his venison, and I will spend $48 next time.
Dang.
Oh my God, it was so good. Anyway, but I thought that was the reason, was because, truffles can cost a pretty penny, and Wagyu beef is expensive. Like, it's one of the best beefs out there.
Mm-hmm.
But the actual reason, the server actually explained it to us. That's the beautiful thing about being friends with the owner, is we got kind of special treatment at that place last night. But anyway, so the server explained to us, she goes, the reason it's called a $300 burger is because where this restaurant is located is like basically at the downtown St. Paul airport, which is a municipal airport, not the big, international airport MSP, but the smaller municipal airport in St. Paul. And it's inside one of the old terminals, or the old terminal, or whatever. And so they call it the $300 burger, I guess, because it's food you get when you go, like, you're at an airport. Like, it's a joke that you're at an airport and spend $300 to eat a burger, because it also is included.
Food is really expensive in an airport,
right? Yeah, and also
sense.
In order to have food at a terminal, you had to have purchased a plane ticket. You know what I mean? So it was a joke. Anyway, it was very good. It was delicious, by the way, for the record. Absolutely delicious. Anyway, so I had to process so much information about my nieces last night. Because time confuses me.
Mm-hmm.
One of my nieces is a junior in high school. I was like, "You're a sophomore, right?" And she's like, "No." What? You're gonna be a senior next year?
Not allowed.
So I told her as we were leaving, I was like, "Stop being a junior." She goes, "In a few months I will be." I'm like, shut up.
I love that.
And then my other twin nieces, the ones that are adults now, are juniors in college. They were born my senior year of high school. Good freaking Lord.
You no. No.
But Bug is really excited to come over next time because he gets to play Pokemon games on the Switch finally.
Oh yeah.
He's never played a mainline Pokemon game before.
You're about to blow his mind. I like how we shifted to Pokemon, and I've got Pokemon cards right by me.
I would grab my Switch, but it's in the living room.
Mine's way over there, inconveniently placed. There's too much in the way. I have so many. It's my guy. He's my guy.
Yeah, there is absolutely no way I would have actually spent $300 on a burger. I was humming and hawing about spending $48 on venison. So, yes, there's your side duck.
It's my other guy. Oh, this one's cool. Yeah.
Okay.
No, I need to. I was gonna do it the other day, and I didn't get around to it.
It's right here. I have my cards. Like, this is literally, it's falling apart. But this is
so cool, though.
It's literally from the 90s.
See, mine's not. It's it's very boring.
All of my Pokemon cards.
But this is where all my Pokemon cards are gonna go.
I'm not sure why I start with fire, but I start with fire.
Because fire's cool. Actually, fire's hot.
So I put my favorite covers, like my favorite pictures, my favorite artwork in the front.
Ooh.
And then I have on the back side my not as favorite art. Also hiding this Charizard, which apparently costs a lot of money.
I love that for you.
I do too. I'm sitting on
YouTube has started to give me videos about, like, those conventions where you can like trade and like buy Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
I'm getting a bunch of videos from like some of the vendors. Also, I have not played Pokopia, but my brother has been playing a lot of it. I'm not as into Pokemon as this one.
Okay, so fun story about this.
Which was that one?
It's Alakazam.
Okay.
I bought that like drop the microphone. I bought that like a couple of years ago because back in the day when I was collecting Pokemon cards, my grandma made me give my Alakazam to my cousin Adam. And then when he decided to sell his Pokemon cards, he did not give me Alakazam back. He sold it.
That jerk.
So I'd like to believe, since I got that in Wisconsin and my cousin lives in Illinois and I live in Minnesota, it's a happy medium. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe that's the Alakazam my grandma made me give to him in the 90s. And I'd like to believe that.
That would be kind of fun.
It's probably not, but I'd like to believe it.
I will believe with you.
And I have also not played this yet.
I probably will, because it seems very much in my line of things, because I love Dragon Quest builders, and it's apparently made by the same people and it's got like the same vibes and stuff. So I will eventually play it.
Yeah.
I just don't have time right now.
I am so behind on Pokemon games because I bought a Switch a few years ago specifically to play Pokemon. But then every time I would go to the Nintendo store and I would see the price of Pokemon games and I was like, oh, I could get a venison for that. So I finally broke down and bought Let's Go Pikachu. No, I bought Let's Go Eevee. I didn't buy the Pikachu one.
I was about to say, you said you were going to get Eevee.
Yeah, I bought Let's Go Eevee. And before that, I bought the $20 Leaf Green release. So,
which is so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I got. Ooh. It's like inconveniently placed. But so because I was gonna get Scarlet and Violet, or I was gonna get Violet whenever they first came out, and then I asked my brother because he buys them, like pre-orders them and stuff, and he's like, don't do it, it's like awful on the Switch, don't do it. And then Switch 2 came around, of course I bought one, and he said, oh yeah, no, it works so much better on the Switch too. So I got Violet.
Cute.
But I haven't played it yet. But I also got it at the used store, so it's $39. It won't show the price tag. That's fine.
Nice.
You don't need to.
Yeah, I might go to GameStop and see if I can find more Pokemon games that were used.
I mean, you might be able to.
I do like the digital of it all because it saves space, but now I don't have to think about saving space anymore. I own this house now with lots of space.
I'm just a big proponent of I like to see my stuff.
That's fair. And I like having digital media because digital media is, important to have because, what happens when they stop streaming something, you know what I mean? They can take it away because the money you spend is not you own the thing. It is you own the right to the thing. But they can
like
also
a license to watch it, read it, whatever it.
Right. And they can take it away. And so I probably should start looking at things like that. So I might go to GameStop here, maybe even tomorrow, who the heck knows, and just see if I can find and Half Price Books and stuff. But Half Price Books never has Pokemon stuff.
Well, the issue with our Half Price Books is they finally realize how much that stuff is worth. And so it takes all the fun out of how like low price it used to be.
It's one of my least favorite things about Half Price Books and why I've stopped kind of going to Half Price Books, if I'm honest. I like Half Price Books and I'll still go every once in a while. I've got a friend that loves to go to Half Price Books, so we'll go usually together. And I'll go and I'll buy books, but when it comes to other media, it's usually not worth it anymore. And especially like when you sell stuff there. They'll pay pennies and then charge a lot of money sometimes.
Yeah, and it's like I get it, but in some aspects it's like I may as well have just like sold this off of eBay or something to make a little bit extra money. Or so it's like
Facebook
I sell to them
or something.
Yeah, I sell to them to just get rid of it because they're right there. It's like, here, take my thing, give me my $5. Okay, we're done.
You get $5. I get $5 for like 500 things.
I win. Oh my gosh. So annoying. Because I was like trying to get rid of a whole bunch of stuff and I didn't want to like sparse it out. I was just like, I want to get rid of all of this. So we like did that. And they're like, yeah, it's like $25. And I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. And then after the fact, they were like, "Oh yeah, if you like hadn't given us so much, you probably would have gotten more from it." I'm like, "What?"
Yeah. And I know, and I really want to play it, but that
I'm so excited.
I have to save up for a Switch 2, which I'm not looking forward to. So
yeah. See, I used my interim GM money to get a Switch 2, so that was my reward for that.
Well, to
Horrible.
be fair, this is the first. And speaking of which, I really should do my taxes.
Yeah, I need to do that
I'm
too.
gonna do those this weekend. But because I own a house, I theoretically could possibly end up with a pretty decent refund.
Oh, nice, nice.
Because apparently, when you own a house, you can deduct things like how much you spend in taxes on a house. And I've owned it for half a year. In 2025 because I bought it in June. So that being said, if it's enough, I might just get myself a Switch 2.
There you go. Yeah, I need to do mine. I gotta find the right software, website, whatever. I forget. I was gonna do one and then I completely forgot to bookmark it, so now I gotta find it again.
I use TurboTax.
I might just do that because mine's like the easy one. So
well, my company uses ADP for payroll stuff, and ADP just links right to TurboTax. So it's
that's cool.
Not an ad, obviously. Like, look at how many people are currently watching this live stream.
Oh my gosh. There's scrolls down 2 whole people.
And I'm sure one of them is you.
No.
Okay. So shall we go ahead and actually do our intro? Because it's been 30 minutes. Can you believe it's already been 30 minutes?
Did you know you have 30 minutes?
Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to, what do we call this thing? Creative accountability. My brain just stopped for a whole second there. Okay. So hello, everyone. Welcome to Creative Accountability. My name is Britt. I'm a contemporary romance author. I've released 2 books, one there and one there. If you want to see them up close, I've got them closer too. So this is the one that I just released back in December, Price Check on Love. And this is the one I released a couple of years ago, back in 2023, Deep Water. So these are my prides and joy. I have worked very hard on them and I love them. And I'm very, very proud of them. And I'm currently working on a 7-part book series that started out as a single book that became a duology and then evolved into a 7-part book series.
At least uses 7.
Oh my God. It is ridiculous, let me tell you. And so I am currently working on that. I'm writing all of the first drafts first, except for right now I'm actually working on the second draft of the first book. And only just because I ended up learning a lot more about the world and the characters, and realized that the first book shouldn't stand the way it does. It was fine the way it was if it had been a standalone or even the duology, but part of the entire series, I needed to integrate it more into what the series ended up becoming. So I am working on that before I finish out the last book in the main part of the series, which is going to be the epilogue book, an entire book that's just to, tie up give everybody one last drama in their relationships and tie up all of the loose ends. But yeah, so that's what I'm working on. And I'll tell you what, this second draft, we're going to get to it, but this second draft, it's been, I mean, I may as well just written a whole new first draft at this point.
It's one of those.
I mean, here's the thing. The reason I'm not is because I wanted to keep the basic concept. Like, I wanted to keep all the big elements. And so I'm still going through it and editing whatever I need to. But man, I am doing so many rewrites because I've learned a lot over the last year. I finished this first draft a year ago.
Oh, yeah, no.
And I've learned so much about writing, specifically while doing drafts of Price Check on Love. I learned so much about writing, so much about wording, so much. And I've been reading a lot more too, and reading a lot of different authors to try and have better grasp on what the industry is mostly like looking at right now, as far as like, especially like spicy scenes. That's what I want the most help with, is spicy scenes, because I grew up with, you know, well, I read spice way earlier than I should have. I was like 13, and the spice I grew up with was like the stuff that was out in the 90s, which was very misogynistic, and very much not what I like to write. And so being able to see what the industry looks like now with spice, it's a lot different, and I have been learning a lot. So even between Deepwater and Price Check on Love, you would see a huge difference in the spice. And I'm hoping between this and the next book I release, between Price Check on Love and the next book I release, is going to be a huge different concept about spice. Anyway, that's me. Your turn.
Tag, I'm it. Hi, everybody. I'm Kay. The sun is being obnoxious. It's like a little sliver, and it's just blaring down on me. So annoying. Anyway, hello, everybody. I'm Kay. I'm currently working on a 5 billion not really. It just feels like it's 5 billion books at this point.
It does. It feels like a lot.
Like Britt's over here with like her 7 books. I'm over here like, I think I'm at 15 now.
I thought it was 13.
I don't know anymore. I've given up trying to keep track of it, because it's gonna change, I'm sure. Because as I like develop the stories and the main because it's 2 different series that are like they're interconnected with each other. So you can read both if you want to read both, or you could just read one or the other, whichever one you want to do. But it's like there's so much. I don't know. I've lost track of however many there will be, but it's been fun. It's been great. It has been a challenge because I've been in the worst reading slump ever. It's been so fun trying to like
slump too.
I hate it because it's like the best time for me to read is via audiobook on my commute to and from work. Yeah. And if I get this new job, it'll definitely be the only best time for me to
Well, your commute will be much longer. Not, I guess, much longer, but like.
Oh, it's like almost double.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought your current commute was pretty close to, like, not pretty close, but I thought it was only like maybe 15, 20 minutes more.
So it's technically not bad, but then you're going into the heart of a big city, so it just
that's fair. That's fair. I guess because with where I live, if I like had to commute to like say Coon Rapids, which is north of Minneapolis and St. Paul, and I'm south of Minneapolis and St. Paul. So like if I had to do that and go through or around Minneapolis or St. Paul, I guess I can understand that.
Yeah. And of course, it's a typical office job, 9 to 5, which it may vary because the position is mostly hiring sort of thing, which is fine letting y'all know because it doesn't say anything about what I work for.
Yeah.
But it would be a recruiter position. Yeah.
Which honestly, I would love to be a recruiter. That'd be amazing.
Right? I'm like, all I have to do is hire people and sold, done, boom. Because that's what currently, ironically, I'm teaching one of our assistants how to do the hiring process. So I brought that up and she's like, oh my gosh, it's amazing. Supposedly.
That's fantastic.
Supposedly, she loves me, but corporate is also terrible about getting back to people. So I have not heard word about the next.
That's insane. It's almost been a week since you're in. Oh, that's right. Almost been 2 weeks since your interview. I thought it was this week. No, it was last week. You're absolutely right. It was last week.
And it was Monday because I'm like, I want the earliest one because I'm going to be stressing about the stupid interview. So I picked the earliest, 9 a.m. Monday. And she was a minute late.
Oh my gosh. Well, hopefully you get it.
I'm really hoping because it's everything that I need right now, which is less stress, more stability, it's about the same actually, because I did the math. I was doing the math wrong to begin with, but it's essentially like a 2-cent drop in pay. And I'm like, you know what? I don't care. If I'm saving my sanity, I don't care. So, but yeah, so that's in the works, which is going to be nice because then there's more like consistency in my schedule, which means there'll be more consistency and me like making habits of like doing my writing sections and stuff like that. And then hopefully
That's the one nice thing that I learned about having a steady schedule versus one when I was in retail where sometimes I was opening, sometimes I was closing, sometimes I was doing, all over the place, right? There was never specific days I had off. When I worked for Petco, we had kind of a set schedule in a certain way because there were certain tasks with my position that I had to do at certain times. And so like I always opened on a Wednesday. Or sorry, I always opened on a Friday. I always closed on a Wednesday. Because there were certain tasks I needed to do those days.
Yeah.
As the inventory manager, there were things that I just had to do. And so that's just the way it was.
It's like mine is more consistent, but it's also not consistent because this week we got a new movie that came out. It's doing really well. So I stayed an hour late on Thursday. I stayed an hour late yesterday.
Is it outperforming what you were anticipating?
It's doing better. And we also have another movie that's doing well. So
Which
it's
movie?
Just Project Hail Mary. Which is ironically based off of a book that apparently everybody loves. So
yeah,
it looks really good. I also want to watch it. So
well, and that's what's keeping me going with the book that I'm currently reading, which is Heated Rivalry, because I want to watch the TV show, but I want to read the book first. And so I had to read the first 2 books of the series of Game Changer, because apparently the first season is about Heated Rivalry, because that's what it's called, is Heated Rivalry.
Yeah,
but there are elements of the first book in this series as well. So if you want to read the first 2 books first. But yeah, so I don't know. I think it'd be really good for you though. Just to have that set schedule and have,
I can develop better habits, which I'm terrible at doing. So this will be like, hey, every day, this is what you're going to do. And then we'll shift it based off of what we need. And then also based off of which theaters we get and such. So
right. And I mean, and that's my thing too, is what I was saying was that's one thing I learned about having a more set schedule is it allows for me, oh Jesus, it allows for me, I need to tighten this up a little bit. It allows for me to be able to plan better. So right now it's a little weird because right now it's every other week I'm opening and every other week I'm closing at my job, because of things happening at work. But so it's a little complicated right now. At least I know which weeks I'm opening and which weeks I'm closing. Like this week I'm closing, so I know that I get to write in the morning, right?
Yeah.
But still, it changes every week for me right now. But with my normal schedule, I get off of work, I finish out my last bit of walking I need to do, because I know that I'm trying to be very, very careful with how I do things with myself, with the way I move. Again, Kay knows my history, so I'm very, very careful, but I have specific things I'm aiming for stepwise. And so I say need as in obviously I don't need it the air I breathe. Right.
Yeah. No, it's just a goal you want to hit every day.
Right. Anyway, so I finish that up and then I can sit down and write. And then I write for an hour or edit or whatever for an hour. And then I would focus on content creation things. And then that way, because I can write scripts or I can come up with concepts where I can then start writing the script, that kind of thing. And it allows for me to have that really set, workflow.
Yeah.
So that I can achieve my creative goals as much as, stay employed, because that's what's paying my bills.
Yep. It's I kind of need this, but even though I don't want it, I just want to write my books and play my video games. Which technically, if I stuck with the video game thing, I probably would have a little more stability and money with that, but I'm as consistent with that as I am with my main channel.
Well, but also you might see a shift in that when you have a more set schedule.
Oh yeah, for sure, because then it's gonna be easier to work things around and whatnot. So
yeah, because one thing I learned about having that sporadic schedule or a more sporadic schedule, especially one where it's sometimes you're there at 6 o'clock in the morning when you were just there until 10 o'clock at night, that kind of thing. That really blows your energy right out the window. You're
Mhm.
probably going to find you're going to have a lot more energy to do things. If you get this job, you'll have a lot more energy to do things because you're not having to, reduce the amount of sleep you get just because your job requires you to.
Mhm.
So
This could be so nice.
yeah.
I need them to respond back to me. It's stressing me out so much. Even though the GM's all like, "Oh no, you got it." I'm like, I know I probably have it, but I also don't know that I have it until I know that I have it.
Well, it'll look good for your GM too because, they were well aware that you were considering that you have looked outside of the company.
Oh yeah, no, and she told her boss, who is partially the reason why I was doing this to begin with, and they were both very happy that I'm staying with the company. It's like that's what I wanted to do.
Right.
You guys were being awful about it. So
Right. So, and to be fair, this is not a new plot idea. This is literally the plot of so many dark romances, only she doesn't fix him. She goes dark with him generally in dark romance.
what if woman falls in love with serial killer and discovers serial killer was her husband all along? It's a second chance romance.
God. Anyway, that's wild. I wrote a second chance romance and I started doing a second draft and then I lost all desire for that story.
It's fine. You've got your 500 book series to do.
Oh gosh.
Hey, at least yours stopped at 7. Mine keeps going. Technically, it's never ending because it is a world in itself.
So you could build off of it forever.
I could do so many spin-offs if I really wanted to, and I might do at least 1 or 2 of them because
I was going to say, yeah, I mean, you could build, I mean, that could just be your whole literary universe.
It probably will be because, like, that's what Galaxy Morbidus was going to be.
That was kind of your shtick because that's what that was. I was literally just thinking that it was exactly what your other book series was going to be too. You were just going to continue to create stories out of this universe, whether or not you were going to make them stand alone enough that people didn't have to necessarily read everything.
Yeah. This won't be so much standalone, but it will be where you don't have to read each series if you don't want to, but you get all
it enhances the story. Yeah. That's what I originally wanted the Unwritten Rules series to look like as well when it became a series, but then it just became so much about the found family of it all that this, kind of group of people end up all with partners essentially, right? And so I wanted to make it so now it's like one of those things that you pretty much do have to read all of them and you have to read them in order to really understand the full scope of that existence. But so originally I wanted it to be more like a standalone kind of situation, but it has turned into, which is why I ended up with an epilogue book, because I was like, okay, we're gonna throw everybody together and we're gonna, it's
all gonna be great.
One last thing, which originally was only gonna be 6 books. When it first became a series, it was gonna be 6 books. And then one of the characters, I was like, you're just gonna stay single and an asshole. And then all of a sudden, he told me who he wanted to be in love with, and I was like, oh, okay. We'll go with that story. That sounds good.
Like, okay, bud, I got you.
You want to be that guy? You want to be that guy? Okay. So, I'm like, where am I going to fit this into the series? And I was like, oh, wait, there is a 3-month time jump in one of the books. I guess we're going to plop it right there.
That's so funny.
So one book happens in the midst of another book.
That is fun.
Which is so fun because the book before it, the one where the time jump happens, in the very last, like in the epilogue of the book, like you're kind of with the FMC a little bit because like it's revealed that he's in this relationship with this girl and she's like, wait, what?
You?
What? When did this happen?
With somebody?
And then that was like, I guess that's when we'll tell that story a little bit later. And then that's when I'm like, oh, yeah, that's exactly what the next book is going to be. Perfect.
Amazing. I love that.
Yeah. Luckily, I figured that out before I finished writing that book.
That's true. Otherwise, you would have had to do a whole other rewrite.
Oh, my God. I'm hoping the rest of these books will not be as much of a rewrite as The Unwritten Rules of Hooking Up has been.
Probably not, because at that point you knew it was going to be a series. So
yeah, partway through jamming together is where I realized, oh no, this is gonna be a full-on series. So
be like, ah, dang it, ah, dang it.
Well, yeah, because I mean, I wrote The Unwritten Rules of Hooking Up, and I really liked her best friend, and I was like, I guess I'll give her a love story too, and then that just turned into a snowball effect of a massive book series. I mean, not massive because it's only 7. You're massive twice as long.
If I don't continue. No, because like I was thinking about this because I do want to get, even if it's not like super involved in the current book series, I have been working on like, why did this happen? Because I will eventually need to know why a thing happened.
Yeah,
it might be relevant because one of the characters is one of those people who left like their main area to come over to this section. So it's kind of important to know. So it's been so fun. It's so funny though how it's turned from like, oh, it's a romantasy to no, it's like a high fantasy with romance involved.
Yeah, I mean, but good romantasy is like that though.
Mm-hmm. I was like, that's what it's gonna be. Yeah, no.
Like, as an example, Fourth Wing. I mean, I've not read the other books in the series. I've read Fourth Wing. And so like, but that is very much like that. It's a high fantasy. It just happens to also be a romantasy.
Yeah.
Also, look what I found.
Your 2DS. Those things are so funny. You're so funny.
I wish that I wish it was like foldable, like the DS and the 3DS were. I don't know why they didn't make it foldable. It's so weird.
I think it was just they were trying something fun and new, and it just didn't work out like they thought it would.
No. Also, I fixed my computer problems by getting myself a new external hard drive.
Yay!
This one is for computer backup because my cloud loves to just load a whole bunch of stuff onto my computer that does not have great memory to begin with because it's a cheaper computer.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was having issues with editing videos and rendering videos, and it wasn't wanting to load Word up because it's like, I don't have enough memory to load up Word.
You're like, what are you using your memory on? Why are you using your memory on this? What is going on?
Wild. I also found my Game Boy Advanced SP.
I bought one and I don't think it works. I probably should have taken it back, but by the time I realized it, the little thing was,
Question: how do you deal with the frustration and impatience of wanting to be famous or well known? Are there some authors that just give up after their first book? Or there are just some authors yeah, here's the thing. I don't care necessarily about being famous.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be nice to be a famous, author who gets my books turned into movies and TV shows? Yes, I was literally just talking about this yesterday, how my ultimate dream would be for the Unwritten Rules series to be turned into a TV show. Like that would be probably a streaming show, but still, a series in general would be fantastic. And being that I went to film school, I would love to be heavily involved with that process and learn how to be a showrunner. And by the end of it, be the showrunner of the series. It would be fantastic, right? But at the same time, I also go back to this quote from Glenn Close that I love, which is celebrity is death. Celebrity is the worst thing that can happen to an actor. So fame isn't really what I'm aiming for necessarily. What I want is to make enough money from my books that I can do it full time. I don't need to do the 9-to-5 office job that takes up the time that I could be spending doing books. Now, the real root of your question is that, I'm guessing, right, is the how do you deal with the frustrations and the impatience of that? Like, you still have to do the 9-to-5. I released Price Check on Love, and it still to this day, Deepwater is not considered profitable of a book, right? My author business is not profitable at this point, which sucks. And it is frustrating. It is very, very frustrating and difficult. But I was raised by two people who owned a business for the majority of my childhood. They're starting another business right now as we speak that they're going to do in retirement. As a matter of fact, they hired me to do the logo for them, which is kind of fun. So, but which is funny because I'm not a graphic artist, but I guess I am now.
Design is my passion.
But luckily what they want is pretty simple. Like it's not like a really heavy thing I have to do. But my mom's like, you pay for Canva, right? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, cool, make this. And I was like, okay. But the one benefit I have is the fact that because I can approach it from a business mindset, I also understand that it can take a long time for a business to become profitable. It's not like you start a business. It's not like Field of Dreams. If you build it, they will come is not realistic. It takes a while for a business to be profitable, which is why I'm putting more of my effort into YouTube again, why I'm putting more effort into, short form content, why I'm taking all these courses, because my books are basically like a billboard, right? They're a billboard in the desert and I have to build a road to that billboard. And so to do that is why I'm focused really heavily on social media again, as a way of trying to find my readers. And so, it is frustrating and it's a grind. But hopefully at the end of it, it's worth it. And at the end of the day, I'm writing for me, so if it never becomes profitable, eventually I'd have to stop because obviously it also costs a lot of money to be self-published. And especially since I'm writing a 7-part book series, that is 7 books that have to be edited by a professional 7 different times, right? Because each book has the professional editor one time. That's 7 different cover designs with 7 different wraps, and and here's the thing, my editor deserves every dime. My cover designer deserves every dime. My formatters deserve every dime. So I'm not going to sit there and complain that it costs a lot of money and it shouldn't. I think it should cost the money it costs because those professionals deserve every dime that they make. Mm-hmm. But that being said, and I have a video coming out next week all about, the pros and cons of indie and trad publishing and why I went indie. But it's frustrating because eventually it's gonna be so if it never becomes profitable, right? It becomes so unprofitable that it becomes unaffordable. And so I'm hoping they can become profitable before it becomes unaffordable. And then that way eventually my books are paying for themselves and then eventually I can start seeing an actual profit. Anyway, That's a very long drawn out answer of how I deal with it. But essentially it is, I come at it from a business perspective of, I understand it's not going to be profitable right away. I didn't put out Deepwater and expect it to go viral. I didn't put out Price Check on Love expecting it to go viral. I hope eventually one thing does, whether that be a video or a book or something, going to an extent viral to the point that, again, my books are paying for themselves, if not also making a profit off of them. But until then, I just have to keep up the grind and keep going. And the people who give up, there's absolutely no moral failing there. But some people, for example, why I gave up in real estate, right? I didn't have the personality. I didn't have the desire. I didn't have the hustle mindset for real estate that I do for social media or I do for writing. And there are going to be people who want to write but don't have that hustle mindset for the creative journey in the creative business. You know, again, it's not a moral failing. It's just a difference in personality, a difference in desire, and a difference in passion. And they'll find whatever those people are that give up after their first book, they will find their passion, the thing that they are going to have that hustle mindset for. It just might not be writing. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's my weird long drawn. Sorry. Okay, your turn.
So mine, I was actually thinking, because I'm like, because on one hand, I did want to be like that famous, author that everybody was like, oh my gosh, it's them, it's them. Now I'm like, I don't want that actually, because it's so stressful. So what, in my mind, me being famous is, it kind of goes back to when I was first like before I had a job, right? So I had like my little notebooks and everything that I would write in, and then I upgraded to a Windows XP computer, and that's what I was writing books on. And I wanted to get better. So I went to the library like every week. And so I'd start getting books on like writing this book, how to like do this for this book and stuff. So the librarians started to see, hey, how's your book coming along? Hey, how's everything going? I'm like, so in my mind, I am famous when I could put a book in that library shelf. And that is going to be the number one goal, is to be able to put that book on that shelf, because they were like the very first supporters besides like y'all and my parents and stuff. So it's like, I want that book on there. That is my famous and well known, is to have my book in that library, even if it's not going to do really well, because, will it? I don't know. But just, I want it to be on that shelf,
Yeah.
And it's like, that's my being famous. That's my being well known, is having that book in that library, because they were like the first ones who were like, oh, how's it going? How's it going?
Yeah, I have that same kind of mindset. Instead of it being the library, though, because I didn't have that same experience, but mine is if I could walk into a bookstore and see my book on a shelf.
Mm-hmm.
Where I could go in and just sign a bunch of my own books and then just leave, without another word. And there are like independent bookstores here that I probably could develop good relationships with as a local author. One I went to recently called Tropes and Trifles. Another one down in Austin, Minnesota, that I haven't been to yet, called Hey Darling. And I know they do like events with authors, with local authors. So, something to consider. The day I went to Tropes and Trifles, it was just so busy. I didn't have the opportunity to I was barely able to do the filming for like the vlog, for the short form vlog that I did, because I felt really weird because of just how busy it was in there, which is great. I'm very happy that a small business is busy.
Yes.
Like, trust me, I'm thrilled. But I think right now Minnesotans, especially people in Minneapolis, are very much supporting our small businesses,
which is good.
Yeah. And I hope it's a trend that continues here. But anyway, yeah, it is. Yeah.
I mean, it's also like, kind of like with me. So I've gone through different like book series. I'm like, and then I was interested in it. And then like Galaxy Morbidus, I thought for sure that was the book series, right? And that first book has a draft. It's very rough around the edges. It's got rewrites for a second draft. It's got rewrites because I completely changed the characters for like a third draft. So it's there, but I gave up because it just wasn't the book.
Yeah.
It wasn't that book.
Yeah.
Like, there wasn't the passion that I had for the 10 Kingdoms, which like there's 5 billion first drafts for those books now. So it's like, I think maybe their issue is they put their heart and soul into the book and it wasn't the book.
Right. And I had that experience with, like I was just talking about a little bit earlier, the first draft that I wrote, and then I started doing the second draft, and my brain just went, this isn't the story that I want to write. This is not the story I want to tell right now. Maybe one day I'll return to it. And, because again, at the end of the day, it's a good story. It would be very much to market right now for the way that it is designed and set up. It's very much to market. But it's not the story I want to tell. So, I haven't touched it now in a couple of years. Like, if I actually went and looked, I wonder, Let's find it together. Come on. You're
I will
still
also
being so
say,
slow. Okay. Books, first drafts.
why is the sun so bright?
Okay, so the last time I touched it, the last time I opened the document was February 6th of 2024. So that's the first time. Well, to be fair, that's
almost actually been 2 years.
Yeah. But to be fair, I did at the time wasn't saving like I do now. Like I keep all the drafts. So like when I start a new draft, I save a copy into a second draft folder. Back then I didn't. So like Deepwater, I don't have like the original first draft anymore.
Aww.
It doesn't exist. I know. It's so much fun. But I do have it for Price Check on Love. And I would do the same thing now with Where the Vinyl Ends if I did it now. And I'm gonna do it with the Hooking Up series too, but not the Hooking Up series, the Unwritten Rules series. There we go. I just keep seeing I have a lot of saved versions of the Unwritten Rules of Hooking Up in the first draft folder because for some reason sometimes my autosave will turn off, and in order to turn it back on I have to save a copy. It's super weird.
That's so dumb.
Yeah.
Technology is great.
Anyway, so yeah, so eventually maybe I'll go back to it and see if it's the story I want to tell. But yeah, I mean, I feel the exact same way. You have to find the story, which is also why I, even though like writing to market is really important to an extent, at the same time, writing to market doesn't necessarily give you the best story.
Yeah, it's like,
so you gotta write what you're passionate about. You gotta write what you know, what you understand. Like if I know okay, I'm gonna say this. I used to date a Canadian, and I also live in Minnesota. So when I say this, please know that like it puts my life in danger. I know very little about hockey. Okay. I know. As a Minnesotan who one time dated a Canadian.
Are you sure about that?
So yeah, I planned on moving to the, country of hockey from the state of hockey. So anyway, but if I was going to write to market, I could theoretically write a hockey romance. I could. I probably know enough about hockey to be able to do it. And whatever I don't know, I can do the research. Plus, I've got friends that know hockey. I literally have cousins that played hockey all through high school. So, like, I could absolutely do the research needed to figure out, like, how to write a hockey romance.
Yeah.
But I don't have the passion for hockey to write a hockey romance. If I'm going to write a sports romance, it'll probably be martial arts. Because that's what I'm passionate about. But do people really care about martial arts right now? No, they did in the 90s when Power Rangers is huge. But to be fair, probably not, contemporary romance readers were interested in martial arts. But I'm just
the idea is there. The idea is there.
But anyway, you know what I mean? So like I could write that and I could be like, this is sports romance and have people interested in it. But at the same time, like it's not hockey romance. And that's what has been, I don't want to say plaguing because like I enjoy hockey romance. Don't get me wrong. Like obviously I'm literally reading your hockey romance right now. But but that's what's been like holding really tightly to market right now in the contemporary world, which is, sports romance, more specifically hockey romance. And again, like I just don't have the passion to really dive into hockey that way. If it was football, be a completely different story.
Oh yeah.
If it was again martial arts, be a completely different story. I'm just thankful it's not baseball. Because like I have even less interest in baseball. I will go and I'll watch like a baseball game, but it's just in a very expensive way for me to have a hot dog and a beer.
I watched by accident. I think there was a baseball game that happened after something and I was too lazy to change the channel. And I was like, why do people like this? And then I was because when you get bored with something, you just start looking at details. Why do all the baseball players have beards? Why? Like, I'm not mad about it, but why? Why is that the thing?
See, for me, like, again, I have nothing again. I played softball for a very long time. Like, I played it in middle school and into high school until my back just couldn't take it anymore. Believe it or not, you use your back a lot in softball. Not only for running, but also, to swing a bat.
I know that makes sense.
And I have an upper back injury from martial arts because I was a stupid kid. And who thought I was invincible and then learned at 9. I'm not. Actually, I was 10. Yeah, I was 10. I learned at 10 years old. But I'm
just kidding.
Yeah, I learned that at 10 years old, I'm not invincible. And I have, to this day, long-term effects. Anyway, so I did have to give it up. And then when I was an adult, after I'd done a lot of physical therapy with my back, and I got to a point where I can pretty much do anything. I'm not limited much anymore. On bad days I am, but I don't have those nearly as often as I used to. I started playing softball again, and I love playing. Like, don't get me wrong. I get really into it when I'm playing, but if I'm going to if I'm going to go to Target Field, it's just an expensive way for me to have a beer and a hot dog. Literally, I got to sing the national anthem one time, not by myself. It was a big group of people.
Oh.
But we sang the national anthem one time. So I got to be out on the field at once, and that was kind of fun.
That's cool.
But like, I don't really pay attention to the game. I specifically choose my seat so I can look at Minneapolis as the sun goes down and the moon rises over Minneapolis.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
It's literally all I do. I have an expensive beer with an expensive hot dog while sitting in an expensive seat.
Watching a view that I could have if I just took the light rail downtown. That's so funny.
So yeah, that is. Anyway, so yeah, like I said, I just, writing to market is really important to an extent, but also don't drive yourself crazy.
Yeah, no.
About it,
because readers can tell when you're not in it,
Yeah. When you're just trying to be this
doing
is
it.
This is searchable. This is clickable.
Okay. Yeah. So reading a page, they're like, this is boring. Pass.
Yeah. So, that's yeah. So I don't know. But that was a good question. It was good to think about and really work out, So shall we talk about our goals last month?
Sure.
Uh-oh. That does not sound exciting. Okay, your goal was finish basic world building for 10 Kingdoms series and maybe start on Kingdoms of Betrayal, and also totally for sure do the writing prompt.
Well, we know I didn't do one of those things. So yeah, no, writing prompt did not happen. I did some basic world building and also character notes because I keep forgetting things. So I just sat down and was like, okay, character height, character age. Okay, these are the basics that I need to add to their little profile things. And then I did a few other things, but I just haven't had the energy between looking for a new job, this possible new job, work is being awful again. It's just, I've lost the energy that I had. So not a lot got done. I almost did start the first draft of Kingdoms of Betrayal, and I'm like, no, I need to. There are 2 kingdoms that are missing names, and I cannot write this book until that is done.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair
because you can't have 10 kingdoms with just 8 kingdoms. That's not how that works.
unless they don't know about the other kingdoms yet. I mean, think about it. You know, Pokemon started with 150 Pokemon, and then they learned that there was another Pokemon that was actually utilized to clone, that they cloned to create the Pokemon right before it in the Pokedex, but they didn't know about that original Pokemon, which is why it's behind Mewtwo, why Mew is 151 and Mewtwo is 150, right? Because, you know, obviously they didn't know about Mew, but they knew about Mewtwo, one Pokemon, literally just one of them. And then they discovered a whole 100 other Pokemon, some of which are baby Pokemon of Pokemon that we already knew about, right? Because like we've known about Pikachu forever, but did you know that Pikachu has a baby Pokemon named Pichu? Because nobody has ever bred a Pikachu before in their entire life, apparently. And so we didn't know about Pichu until we started going to Johto. See what I mean?
See, okay.
You can run on Pokemon logic. There you go.
Yes, but no, because in the base, so this isn't spoilery. So you guys get to have some lore, okay? So there are different eras.
Lore.
There are different eras, right? Because high fantasy, there are eras. So
What?
the era before the current like age.
Since when have there been eras?
Shut up. So the era before the current age, there was war, right? They were just going at each other. Give me your land. No, give me back my land. You know, all that fun stuff. And so there's this zone in the middle that stayed neutral, and they're like, "Hey, stop fighting around us." And they've got some power. So now, to uphold the peace, the rulers of each of the kingdoms gathers in these neutral lands, and they just kind of like talk, and they like do stuff. So they do ruler things that I haven't figured out all the stuff for yet.
There you go.
So, but also, are they really keeping the peace?
Well, if they were, you wouldn't have a book series.
Hey, the book series is because there's romance happening, not because there's shenanigans happening. Don't look at Bloodlust like that.
Oh, I will look at Bloodlust like that.
I love those too.
I mean,
yeah,
there'll be a lot of that.
Fun fact. Hey, spoiler alert. Some of them do.
That's why, like, my new like catchphrase has not unfortunately, because I love it, but catchphrase has become, it's a contemporary romance. What do you want from me?
See,
I say it one time, I keep saying it every time I like spoil one of my books. Like, it's a contemporary romance. What do you want from me?
See, my thing is, yes, it is a romance, but also, is there happily ever after?
I mean, it is a dark romantasy.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the dark romance in general does not have a happily ever after in the most conventional sense. So
it's true.
But yeah. So, I mean, I still consider what you were able to accomplish so far a major success. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like, I got stuff done.
Yeah.
And I needed to get done. So.
Yeah. And stuff that needs to be done before you can, you know, really, and there's still more work to be done, but before you can really start drafting. Because that's the problem with romantasy and fantasy in general. And that's the problem with sci-fi, is there is so much world building before you can actually sit down and write. That's the one beautiful thing about contemporary romance. I can just sit down and be like, I'm just going to write and see what happens.
You can never take world building away from my grabby little hands. It's mine.
There's some world building, obviously, in contemporary romance, but usually I kind of world build as I go. So I'll be like, all of a sudden, so-and-so will contact this friend that we didn't know about until just now. I'll be like, oh, okay, well, I guess I'll write down that person's name. And so I remember it, you know, and I world build as I go, but I can in contemporary romance. You know what I mean? Like, it's not, like, I'm not creating a whole new species. I'm not creating a whole new language. I'm not creating a whole new religion. You know what I mean? I guess I could. I mean, if I wanted to write like a dark romance about a cult, but which, to be fair, maybe I will. I am so interested in cults. Like, I obviously it's in the whole thing of like, I never want to be in one.
Yeah, like they're fascinating, but also awful.
100%. And I have a personal connection to one. So
which is just wild.
One that became very, very famous. I have a personal connection because I knew somebody in it at the time that this person was in it.
That's just so wild to me.
Yeah. So, anyway, but out of privacy, I will not share more information about it. But yeah, just crazy. But anyway, but I think that's also part of the reason why I became fascinated with cults, is because when that was revealed to be a cult, I was like, huh. And there was always this possibility that I would be hanging out with this guy at the right time where he'd be like, want to go to this meeting? Like, no, I'm good. Think so. I probably would have, though. Probably would have gone to the meeting.
Oh no.
God. On the outside did not look like a cult. Looking at it now, in hindsight, it absolutely.
Oh yeah, in hindsight, it becomes very obvious, and you're like, "How was I so dumb not to see that?"
That's the thing. That's how they become so popular. That's how they become so successful.
As you don't
That's how
realize
that
it
works
until it's too late.
Yep. They bring you in with the pretty language, and then all of a sudden you're in it and you're too deep in it. And by the time people realize what's going on, you're brainwashed. It's wild. I have done so much research on cults. It's ridiculous. Anyway.
How about your goals, Britt?
Well, what were my goals, Kay?
Your goal was to finish every single book ever.
Well, I did not do that since the last stream.
Well, did you at least finish Between the Vines?
I did.
Did you maybe start the second draft of Hooking Up?
I did.
Did you totally for sure do the writing prompt?
Absolutely not. I didn't even remember what the writing prompt was until I scrolled down and saw it again.
Yeah, no, same. I was like, what was the writing prompt? I was like, oh, my brain is not in it for historical stuff right now.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been an interesting prompt to have done.
For sure.
But, if you guys want to know what that prompt was, because you missed it, go watch the last stream.
Yeah, go watch the last stream. We're not going to say it right here.
No. But it would have been a very interesting prompt to have done. And unlike the last historical fiction that we were prompted and then we're like, no. This one doesn't feel as problematic.
This is true. I should start shuffling the cards. I mean, there's like 5 billion cards still to go through. Like, we still have all these to go through.
Yeah. And to be fair, also, the one way it could be problematic is you would absolutely have to, a little bit of a clue if you don't know what the prompt is, you would have to write it from a white person's perspective. Both of us being white people, we would have to have written it from a white person perspective.
Yeah, because like it would not be right to do it the other way around.
No.
I would. Nope.
No. Nope.
Absolutely not.
Nope.
I'm just shimming these around. I'm not even shuffling. I cannot shuffle cards. Fun fact. I'm terrible at shuffling cards. I will drop them all or fling them in the air.
My grandfather taught me poker from a very young age. And so one thing that he said is, the first thing you need to learn about poker is how to shuffle. And so he taught me how to shuffle. So I am very good at shuffling.
That makes sense.
I used to do like shuffle tricks. I cannot do them. I do not remember how to do them.
Good. You were just good.
To this day, shuffling is a meditation for me. Like, I can just grab like a deck of cards and just shuffle for like, I guess maybe it's more like an ADHD like fidget thing.
It is, because I'm technically doing it right now. I'm just shifting the cards around.
Yeah, but I can sit there and I don't have any cards right here now to be able to like do it. But like, I have cards literally up at my work desk upstairs, and I will do that when I'm, doing something where I don't have to do anything with my hands. Like, I'm not typing or like moving my mouse around. Like, I'm just like having to read something or listen to something or something at work. I mean, it's fine. I work for a call center. I'm a supervisor at a call center. So whenever I'm having to listen to calls, because again, that doesn't give away where I work, and technically I work from home. So like, what are you gonna do?
Find where you live.
Please don't.
I already know where you live.
You do. I literally Google my name constantly to remove my address from the internet, and I have delete me, so I am constantly trying to remove my address from the internet. Because I think that's wild in today's world, that people can just post your freaking information without your consent on the internet.
It's crazy.
Insane. There is anyway, not the point. I was going to go into a tangent, but I realized that gives away too much information, so I'm not going to.
Talk about your goals, Britt.
Yeah, my goals. So, okay, yeah, let's talk about that. So, Between the Vines, I did finish. When did I finish Between the Vines? I don't remember. Earlier this month.
It was a while ago, yeah.
Earlier this month. Pretty early on this month. I don't remember when I finished it. But yeah, I finally did finish it. It is the longest first draft I have ever written of a contemporary romance. The only first draft to beat it is The Man from the Stars, and the only reason is because that's a sci-fi.
You didn't even reach 100K. I'm so disappointed.
Didn't. It ended somewhere. Well, I have got this pulled up. Let me see. Where is?
Didn't it get to like 80 something?
It's 80 something. Yeah.
Because I was like, every time you post, I was like, 100, 100, 100. And then you were like, I'm done. I was like, no, you're not.
We literally talked about last stream, I think. We were like, what if this one's 100? I'm like, oh my God, please kill me now.
Don't worry. Mine will all be 100 probably.
Well, but again, you write romantasy. That's expected in romantasy and in sci-fi and that kind of thing. Why aren't you counted the pages? But why aren't you counting my words? Where is my word count? Word. Anyway, I'm trying to, it's still loading, like the word count. It's fine. Let me scroll all the way down. Maybe that'll help. I don't know. It probably doesn't, but like, just in case it does. No, you're just going to be a pain in my butt. Anyway, it's in the 80,000 range.
Like 86 or 87.
Something. Yeah, it's in the 80,000 range, which is wild. There it comes. 84,580 words. Amazing. It is the longest contemporary romance first draft I have ever written, which terrifies me because there are things I know I want to add to it.
100K.
Please no. Oh my God. Anyway, but like considering the fact that Price Check on Love's first draft, let's pull it up. Price Check on Love first draft was a total of, I mean, to be fair, this also includes, I did put in the dedication into this draft. But I think this was in the 60s. I'm pretty sure it was like 65,000. And then what was the final? Let me pull up my final draft of Price Check on Love. We'll pull this one up too. And this one also has a dedication, and it also has the copyright page too, because obviously like that needs to be edited. So
yeah.
Eventually these will load. But I'll give you an idea of how much things changed between the two drafts, or between like all of the drafts. I mean, to be fair, I could just go off of the page count. So the original page. Why? Okay, the pages are different. That's weird.
I mean, isn't it supposed to be?
Well, no, it's weird. This one seems to be less pages.
Oh, did you shrink the font size?
Oh, you know what? I might. Yeah, you know what? That's exactly what it is. The first draft is written in Optos Body 12, and this one's Arial 11.
We love
That's
Arial.
why.
Arial used to annoy me, and then I just got used to it. And I'm like, oh, it's weird not having it in Arial.
It's a sans serif font, so I have to. So I mean, so is Optos, but I have to write in sans serif and read in sans serif because it's better for dyslexic brains. If you didn't know, fun facts.
Fun facts with Britt.
Fun facts with Britt.
Do.
Anyway, but essentially it went from like the 60,000s to the 80,000s between drafts 1 and then the final draft. Okay, the final draft loaded its word count, and that was 86. Oh, never mind. It's still counting. It is still counting. It's right now at 87,023 words.
Amazing.
And that's the final draft. The first draft loaded. First draft is never mind, it's still counting. The first draft of Price Check and Love, 65,633 words.
Oh my gosh.
Final draft was more than, what is that? More than 22.
Yeah.
22,000 more words.
So 100,000.
I do not want to write a 100,000 word contemporary romance. That is insane.
I'll read it eventually.
Romance. You haven't even read Deepwater.
That's why I said eventually.
Lies.
Listen, if I'm perpetually reading The Hobbit, I will perpetually be almost reading your books.
Fair. I mean, at this point, it's kind of like me not getting Diamond or Pearl at this point. Like, that's just out of principle. I will not play Gen 4 now because just out of principle, I will just not do it in Pokemon. Just like you will never finish The Hobbit out of principle.
It's fine. I finished the movies. That's totally the same thing. All the Tolkien nerds are going to destroy me now.
And then yeah, I jumped pretty much right into the second draft of The Unwritten Rules of Hooking Up, which, like I said a little bit earlier on in the stream, has been the most intense second draft I've ever had to go through because of the fact that I knew that I was going to have to rewrite the entire first act because I'm changing the entire trope. Well, not really. It's still relatively the same trope.
It's kind of the same, but not.
So originally the first trope was rivals to lovers. Full on rivals to lovers. They do not like each other. And then they like each other a little too much. It's a contemporary romance. What do you want from me?
You fall in love? Ew.
Anyway, and then as I started to write the other books in the series, I was like, oh, wait a second. I go to this well of hate to love way too much because it's my favorite form of romance is two people who cannot stand each other. And then it turns out, oh, just kidding. That was just, always sexual tension. That's just always been my favorite thing.
It's fun.
Yeah. And so I go to that well a lot, but I feel like the books would feel too samey if I was going to do that. Plus, Hooking Up was originally written as a standalone freaking novel. It was not a series. Even when I finished Hooking Up, it was going to be a duology at that point. So again, I did not consider this whole interconnected series. So I knew that I had to change it up quite a bit to integrate it better into the series, but also because I wanted to change the trope. Where now it's still rivals to lovers, but in a much more playful, bantery kind of way, where they are coworkers who know each other and they are friendly at work, but they are extremely competitive. And so they keep having these competitions at work. And what you don't realize is that, again, it's just basically sexual tension that they're just not naming. It's a contemporary romance, Kay. What do you want from me?
I want you to make them enemies.
I have decided if I ever have any kind of merch, that is going to be one of the things that'll be on my merch. It's a contemporary romance. What do you want? I'm literally going to design a bookmark.
Please.
I'm literally going to design a bookmark. I mean, I'm not going to sell it, but I will at events and whatnot. If you want an extra bookmark, it'll be a book or something. But I'm literally going to design a bookmark. And then eventually, hopefully, maybe if at some point I can make merch and people would actually buy merch, I will make it a t-shirt and sweatshirt and that whole line of stuff. Anyway, but yeah. So now it's more just this friendly rivalry kind of situation that turns into more, you know? And so that being said, I've had to rewrite so much of the first act. And I've learned so much about writing that I have looked at some of the stuff that I wrote that I used to be really proud of, mind you. And again, like I was in a very different part of my writing career at the time when I wrote it a year ago. And I am like, oh, this is bad. And so I've had to rewrite a bunch of stuff. I mean, I guess a little earlier in the stream, I may as well what?
May as well have.
Thank you. May as well have. Thank you. Wow.
You're welcome.
My brain
fry.
May as well have just rewritten it completely at this point. But because I still want to keep the bones, I want to keep the structure of it. I just want to update it and change it up a bit. I am still going through the first draft and just rewording as I need to, rewriting some things completely. What used to be chapter 2 is now chapter 7.
Amazing.
Like,
I love that.
It is quite the feat. But yeah, so right now I mean, let's take a look at it. Let's pull it up. Nope, that's Between the Vines. Get out of here.
Wrong book.
Here you are.
Try again.
So page wise, I am divide that by the number of Pokemon in Gen 1. I am like 24% of the way through it right now. But it's taken me pretty much, I mean, I was like, it's probably gonna take me the whole month. It's gonna take me more than the whole month. We're almost done with March at this point. Like, it's gonna take me more than the whole month. Like, this will be probably all of April too at this point. But who knows? Because I'm pretty much done with the first act now. And once I'm done with the first act, there will be some pretty substantial rewrites or pretty, added things. But I think it'll go a lot faster once I'm done with the first act. Once I'm at that point of them doing the hooking up part, that will be a lot less difficult because that's obviously where their friendship really started to blossom in the original concept. And so now they can just become better friends they weren't friends. They were friendly at work, So anyway, it's been a lot. I'm on chapter 8. And like I said, I'm about 24% of the way done. Like 20, it's 0.238. So I can round that up to 24. So 24% of the way done.
Let's go.
So yeah, I mean, again, I accomplished everything except for the writing prompt. I feel very good about where I was. Or where I'm at right now. I mean, I wish I was further along in hooking up, but what can you do?
We both got pretty well done, even if it's not exactly where we want it to be.
Yeah.
We still did stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I now know who the tallest of my current characters are.
Yeah. Yep. Romance book with 100,000 words, better be called the Spicy Bible. I mean,
wait, how many words is in the Bible? Hold on.
Way more than 100,000.
Would you like to guess?
I feel like I knew this answer at one point. I want to say, I'm going to say 200 something thousand. I was thinking it was going to be higher. I didn't want to overshoot it and say like half.
Oh no, you undershot it.
Yeah, I didn't want to overshoot it and say like 500,000.
It's actually it's more than 500,000. It is 727,993 words for the new international version.
Well then, that okay.
That's a lot of words.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like I wanted to be conservative, not that way. I wanted to be conservative on my guess because I was originally like 500,000. I was like, that's
No, you would have been way closer than 200.
Yeah.
So that's my goal. No,
That's true. It is it's very
like
thin
so
paper.
thin.
I have one actually that I got I think in 1995 whenever I was in 3rd grade, and I still have it. And yeah, I mean, there are ripped pages because it's so paper thin. I mean, I guess it's paper.
I doodled on mine.
Oh my
Like
gosh,
I doodled on it.
I cannot
I don't even know
write
where that one
in
is.
books.
I have no idea where they are.
It took so long for me to start writing in my scripts. I mean, my scripts, the ones I actually was like in, versus the ones I just purchased because like I love reading scripts. But like now, like my scripts that I've been in at some point through somewhere in high school, I started writing my scripts. But like I cannot write in books. Like I feel so uncomfortable writing in books. But by the time I was in college, I was writing all over my scripts. I was highlighting textbooks, all that jazz. But I struggle with it to this day. Like I can't write in books.
I feel like I would get like 2. One would be the pristine copy, and the other would be I'm doodling all over this. I'm highlighting the life out of this. Or annotating.
Yeah. I'd rather get like annotating like tabs.
Just tabs just covered.
Yeah. That's more my thoughts, my speed.
That's fine.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that was removed from the Bible to make it a cohesive story.
It's great.
There are whole books of there's like other gospels that don't exist because, well, one, they were about the women in that time period, and how dare women have any kind of voice, and also did not paint Jesus in the best way. So of course they were trying to make him look perfect, and therefore I mean, I'm not going to talk about my belief system because I have a very specific belief system that's personal to me, but and so I'm not going to say anything bad, but I'm just saying, like, the people who created the Bible had an agenda, and the people who use the Bible still have an agenda. The people who actually follow the Bible or the teachings don't preach the Bible. I'm just going to leave that there.
I mean, no, we're not going there. So anyway. My goal is one of the books can be 700,000 words.
That I wonder what that would look like with like regular like book printing paper. Because
I have an idea because you know how there's those random like arts and crafts channels on YouTube? Somebody does like special book binding, and they did a binding of like a whole Brandon Sanderson like series, and it's like this. It looks really cool, but it's like that.
That's wild.
So it probably looks something very similar to that.
I saw a TikTok. I think it was TikTok. It might have been Instagram. I don't know. But I saw a short form video a couple days ago about somebody who had thrifted this like bedside table that looked like a stack of books.
That's so cool.
Now I want to be like, my dad and I could build that.
That would be so cool.
Of course, I would have to hire somebody, or maybe my mom could do it, but somebody who's much better at painting, because then I would probably take like some of my favorites up here and just,
Ooh, that would be cool.
Yeah. Who knows?
Maybe one day.
Yeah.
No, see, I would just do the encyclopedia route, volume 1, volume 2, volume 3, volume 4.
Oh, yeah, that would make sense.
So technically, 10 Kingdoms, 700,000 words? It might be. The first draft of Bloodlust, not complete, mind you. There's a chunk missing in the middle. It was like 105,000. So
see, now that's something else I could do, is do a table that would just be my books, and wait until like I have enough books out that I could do that with just my books.
That would be so fun.
So it'd be like a stack of my own books, you know what I mean? Like it would be like this and just keep stacking up.
That would be so cool. Yeah, no. I have a tattoo idea where it's like each of the so there's a block in Minecraft that's a bookshelf, right?
You play
So
Minecraft?
I know, right? Me, Minecraft, what? Huh?
I didn't know that about you actually.
Me play I'm looking on my desk for something Minecraft and I'm like, oh, I don't have anything. I literally have this guy right here.
That's like, I have never once even like looked at Pokemon before in my life.
What's a Pokemon? But anyway, there's books and stuff in the game, right? So I thought it would be cool to kind of mix the two where you have like the bookcase block and instead of like normal colored spines, have like the name of the book that I write that has like been published on it. I think that'd be cool.
That'd be very cool. Somebody woke up from his nap and now he needs his mommy.
Big sleepy time done.
Yeah, he gets really cuddly after his naps.
Did you have good nap?
Did you have good sleepy sleeps? Did you have good sleepy sleeps? Was that good sleepy sleeps?
Adorable.
Yeah, he gets really like needy after his naps. So I don't know. I don't know if it's because maybe he dreams about me and then, you know, maybe they're not always good dreams.
And he's like, I go check on mama. Poor baby.
You good boy. Yeah. So
I do not have a pet.
This is what happens when he's done with his naps. Is he comes up and he's like, I just need to stay with you for a little bit.
Oh.
What?
So you could just need mama.
What? I don't want to scratch your butt.
He's like, why not?
He's like, but you're not done petting me. Really, really needy after his naps.
Aww.
Hearing him rustle around, and I was like, oh boy, here we go. I love giving him his love.
He has awakened.
He's a good boy. What? Go get your toy. Where's your toy? Go find it. I think it's in the living room. Go get it. I think he found it. He started running off.
He's like, I go get. Adorable.
Yep, there it is. There's your favorite toy. Yeah, you pay for that. I can't pay with you right now. I'm busy. I'm sorry.
He's like, but play.
Yeah. Give it. Here. Okay, that was enough. He's now. Oh, it's not enough. Okay. Sometimes he can be like, I'm not going to give this to you. And then he'll like leave. Oh, you know, you need more love. Okay. That was all a ruse. He was like, I brought the toy, but I don't want to play with the toy. I want attention, actually.
Haha, sake.
So I guess I'll just be petting my dog for a little bit now.
Oh no, what a terrible thing you have to do. However, will you manage?
Everything Cosmo was, he is the exact opposite.
That is so funny.
Because Cosmo, I mean, he really liked attention and he liked being pet and stuff. But like, he was very much like, I don't need it that much. Like as long as you've pet me a few times and scratched my ear a little bit, I'm good for like an hour or two. And then he's like, yeah, I could use a little more attention. But it was very like laid back. It was like, if you wanted to pet me, I wouldn't be upset about it. You know? And granted, if I ever walked up to him and pet him, he wouldn't like turn away. Like he wouldn't be like, what are you doing? But he was very much like a very independent dog. This one is not independent at all. Are you? Say woof. Yeah, I know you don't say woof. You're in the stream now, buddy. Do you have something to say?
What are your thoughts on your book?
No, you can't eat this. No, you can't lick it either. You go like this. Talk into it. See? Anyway,
Where
that's
did
my
I
dog.
put
Hello,
it?
friend. The video that I just put up on Thursday is one of the most ridiculous videos. I mean, the actual cut video is good, but I don't know if anybody can tell that I was so irritated by the end of it. So irritated. It took me an hour to film that video.
That's so funny.
The raw footage of that video was just under an hour.
That's so funny.
And when I cut it, I was like, okay, it'll probably be like maybe 30 minutes. We'll hopefully get it down to 30 minutes. No, 11 minutes. 11 minutes of usable footage.
That's so funny.
Insane. But yeah, Apollo was clicking and clacking all over the floor because I needed to bring, and mind you, later that day we did go get his nails trimmed. But he needed to get his nails trimmed. And so he's clicking and clacking all over the house because I live on hardwood floors now. The cat was wanting in and out of like the gate, and my parents were here, so they were making noise. And
there was just no silence.
There is, and I would manage to cut pretty much everything out. There is one point where you can hear Nova meow.
She snuck it in. She's like, haha, suckers, I got in the video.
She somehow, I mean, you can also see Apollo in the video, but when I was trying to avoid that, I was trying to get him to like lay elsewhere so that, whatever, but
nope.
No, he snuck into the actual physical video a little bit. But yeah, there's at one point where you can hear my cat meow to the point that like I forgot about it. And I was rewatching the render after, right before I was uploading it, just to make sure everything was good to go and I didn't have to do any further editing. And I heard my cat meow and I was like, she's on the couch, literally sleeping. What the hell cat was that? Oh wait, no, that was her in the video. I forgot that was the one time I didn't give myself a second take after noise, and I was just kept going because I was, like I said, I was so frustrated by the end of that video. Like seriously, anybody who watches that video, let me know. You saw the video, okay? Did I seem frustrated by the end, or did I play it off pretty well?
I'll be
honest with you. Angry.
Was it the one that I replied on like most recently?
Yeah, it was the one that literally just went up on Thursday. The slow burn video.
I like watched it twice, but I was like half watching it while I was doing something else because that's what I do with YouTube now. But hey, I watched you twice. Both channels.
But yeah, so let me know. Like seriously, go watch that video and let me know. Like I actually just changed the thumbnail this morning because the CTR is not good, or CRT. Click through rate, CTR. CTR is not good, and the only thing I can think of was the thumbnail because the actual like title is like super searchable. And so I was like, I'm gonna change the thumbnail. And so I changed the thumbnail just literally this morning. But because that's the way I'm treating YouTube these days.
Hey, if it works.
I'm trying to grow, trying to build, like I said, build that road to my billboard in the desert, or build the road to the billboard in the desert. There we go. It was a euphemism that they use in real estate a lot. Your real estate business is a billboard in the desert. You got to build a road there. So you got to do the things. And that's how I'm kind of treating my author career too. It's a billboard in the desert. I need to bring people to me. So anyway, so now I'm focused on like the actual analytics of a YouTube video, which is why my videos look a little different these days. Because I'm taking courses and focusing on the analytics and learning and growing. Anyway, so but go watch that video and let me know if by the end I am actually, you can tell I'm irritated. I don't know because I'm too close to myself to really pinpoint if I sound irritated or not, or look irritated. And all I can see is how irritated I actually am. Because again, I know what happened that day.
Yeah.
And I even shared like some clips from like that I cut out with you. Like literally, I was like, this one's my breaking point. This moment was my breaking point.
That's funny.
Anyway, so please go watch that video and let me know if I seem really, really irritated by the end of it.
Oh, I have to completely redo the digital timeline that I made for the book series. I loaded it up.
Speaking of which, how's the video coming that you were going to do about like how to world build?
It'll come eventually. I want to figure out like how I want to break up. I've just been I might do it Wednesday because this past Wednesday was kind of dumb because I ended up going to work because so I'm
very excited for that video personally.
Yeah, I just got to figure out like how I want to do it, like how I want to break it down and stuff. So
yeah, and I mean I can share with you some of the notes I took for one of the courses that I took that really has given me the most pertinent information about like how to structure a YouTube video to really make people want to stick around. But yeah, I'm excited for that video because like I don't know enough about world building. I'd like to learn a thing or two about world building.
You take a world and then you build it. You take blocks and you build it. You discover Lego. No.
And Minecraft. I mean, I guess it shouldn't have surprised anybody that you got into Minecraft because you're so into Lego.
Yeah, no. What's funny is so I didn't use it was like really into Lego and then phased out because I am an adult now. I don't need kids stuff, blah, blah, blah. And then I got into Minecraft. And then I saw that there were Minecraft Lego sets. And I just got into Lego again. And it's just a domino effect. It's so funny.
Well, that's what's so funny is like I was looking for something that I could just have as a rewatch that was long enough that it would fill my day. But not my day, but you know what I mean? Like if I want to watch it while I'm on my elliptical or if I want to, have it on right before, as I'm watching TV right before I go to bed, whatever, right. As I'm kind of relaxing and I wanted it to be something silly, something ridiculous. And I am trying to keep Community right now to when I'm cleaning because that's helping me really get into this mindset because right now it's so hard to clean because like I'm still not fully moved in. Yeah. And so, I mean, it's nowhere near as bad as it was when I was living in a tower of boxes, but it's still one of those things like my bedroom is still has quite a few boxes and it's hard to use my what's it called? Closet.
What word?
What is the word where you store clothing? Because my dog takes up half of the closet because that's just the easiest place for his crate is in the closet, which ended up working really well and he really likes it. But also I still have like boxes in the closet stacked up because and there's stuff that I'm not going to be able to mess with until we actually finish this room. And by that, I mean, we have to install a mantle and do the love seat that's going to go right here. But there's also stuff right here that I have to move and find a house, a home for. So there's still just lots and lots of things that need to be done. And so when my brain is too overwhelmed, my brain goes, I don't want to do anything.
Yeah.
So if I can't feel like I can clean completely, my brain goes, don't clean at all.
The AC is on. Thank goodness. I was burning up.
Just let it go. You can live in a mess. It's fine. And that's where my brain goes. And so turning on Community and because that's one thing I learned with Friends is now if I watch Friends, I get tired. And that's because I fall asleep to Friends every night. So now if I watch Friends, my brain goes, oh, it's tired. It's sleep time. And I'll get really tired and I'll end up falling asleep. And so it's one of those things that I've conditioned my brain to believe this is what I watch when I fall asleep. And so same thing now, I'm trying to condition my brain now to, if I'm going to watch Community, it's going to be while I'm cleaning, because then that way my brain goes, oh, it's Community. I should clean something.
That makes sense.
Anyway. So I was like, whatever. And I was like, you know what? I haven't watched in a long time. And I found out it was at least partially on Netflix. Like the first season is on Netflix, but not the rest of it is Pokemon. So I was like, all right, I guess I'll rewatch Pokemon. I'll rewatch what I have, because I have the whole of the Indigo League on DVD and Orange Islands on DVD. I'm just going to go ahead and rewatch Pokemon, which is now what snowballed back into me now being like, maybe I'll start collecting the cards again. I want to play the games again. Help.
Yeah, no, it's a fun domino effect. I was watching the Minecraft live before our live stream, so
I have seen Jim Carrey's new look, and
I went down a rabbit hole of a video because of this, and people are just taking it so far out of everything. I'm like,
well, here's the thing. That's not how. First of all, that's not how cloning works. And the people who are like, these are just clones of any kind of celebrity who looks a little different than they did 20 years ago.
Age. People do
Guess
stuff.
what? I look different than I did 20 years ago.
Absolutely. I look different than I looked like 2 years ago. Like,
yeah. And here's the thing, and I want to be careful. Not that Jim Carrey's ever going to see this, because obviously he's not, but I don't want to add on to the internet bullying he's experiencing right now. You have to remember that Jim Carrey has a lot of mental health disorders, one of which being bipolar. He was also when he was acting, he was also somebody who was a very, very heavy, and again, this is coming from somebody who is literally classically trained as an actor. So understand that I'm coming at this from a craft perspective. He's also somebody who was a very big believer in method acting. In method acting, when you have mental health disorders, is a very dangerous thing to do. Because you have to live in that character's world forever. Like, you don't leave it, and he never did. So like when he did, what's that movie called with he played Andy Kaufman, Man on the Moon, is that what that movie was called? Anyway, he played Andy Kaufman, and that was the very first time people really saw who he became when he would method act, because other than that, he always played just this ridiculous character like Ace Ventura, or he played, like can't think of his character's name in Liar Liar. It's my favorite movie that he's ever done. But his character in Liar Liar, or his character in Dumb and Dumber, right? He's always played these ridiculous just characters that just jump. They're just ridiculous. This is the first time he ever did a real person, and the first time he ever did somebody who went through a lot of trauma. And so he, being that he method acts, ended up coming out of that not unscathed. Came out of that very, very in a very bad place. So I want to be very careful with how I say things, because I know what it feels like when people comment on my body. I know how it feels when people comment on my face. As somebody who has an incurable skin condition that is currently revving up right now, it sucks, but it is what it is, right? I have an incurable skin condition, and it sucks. And I am also a large-bodied person, especially a large-bodied woman, and being a large-bodied woman is worse than being a large-bodied man in our society. My parents couldn't afford braces when I was a teenager, so I don't have straight teeth. And so people make comments about the way I look online all the time. And I know how much that sucks for me, and I can only imagine how much that would suck for somebody on such a large scale. So being that he is in his late 60s, I think he's close to my parents' age. So mid to late 60s. He is probably very much feeling his own mortality, and he's probably very much feeling the end of his career, and he's very much feeling like his age. And therefore, if he wants to do something to make himself feel more confident in himself, in the way he looks, I want to support that 100%.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to sit there and say that he's a clone, because that's, again, not how clones work. And number one, it's illegal to clone humans. Number two, clones are born and are not immediately adults. So that's not how clones work. And even if it was a stand-in, who cares? Right? We all know that Jim Carrey doesn't like to do public appearances. It's not.
Yeah, it's like.
Right. So if it really was a stand-in, a body double, okay, cool, let him be. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I struggle with the way the internet's been handling it.
They took it too far. I'm like,
yeah,
why are we doing this? Just leave the man alone.
To the point that his ex-girlfriend, mind you, I have no respect for that woman, but his ex-girlfriend had to come online and be like, and defend him. And I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, if people have really been right, if people have truly been following Jim Carrey's career, they would know not to say anything negative. You know what I mean? Not to like take it to the point that they did. But the internet does what the internet does best, and it took it too far.
Yep. We love the internet. It's so great.
Yeah. But yes, I have seen it. And like I said, if he wants to, I mean, it's his body, his choice. If he wants to have work done in any way, shape, or form to make him feel more confident and comfortable with himself, more power to you. That is completely your choice. That's the whole point of body neutrality, body positivity, body acceptance is it is your body to do with what you want. It is none of my business or choice.
Yep.
So
you do you.
Yep. So that's my feelings on all of that. I'm also a really big Jim Carrey fan, so it pained me to see the kind of shit that was being talked about. I didn't like it at all. Yeah, no. Which is another thing. Like I'm somebody who says if you have extreme mental health disorders, why I don't method act. If you have extreme mental health disorders, do not method act.
It makes sense because you get way too into the head of the character that you're playing.
Yep. And if you're like Heath Ledger playing a literal serial killer, like the Joker, again, Heath Ledger did not come out of Dark Knight. It's why I can't watch Dark Knight. I can't watch it because, I mean, it's not the reason he died. People will often say that that's why he died. It's not. It just so happened to coincide with other things that was going on in his life at the time. But at the end of the day, like, you saw a difference in him from before he played the Joker to after he played the Joker, and he never fully came out of it.
Yep.
And method acting a literal serial killer.
Yep. It's intense.
Yeah. That's why I tell people, there are people who ask me about acting all the time, and I'll be like, method acting is not something that I ever, I mean, again, it's your choice if that's the acting choice you want to make. After you've gone through, classic training like I have, there are so many different methods that are so much easier on your brain. And I mean, I'm not against pulling from your own personal experience as an actor. I think that's important to pull from your own experience, but you have to also be careful because it's like, if I triggered a trauma response, that fucks me up.
Yeah.
For weeks.
Yeah.
If my trauma is triggered. And I make choices I shouldn't because I become extremely impulsive when I'm triggered. Hence a very public falling out I had with a specific convention when they triggered my trauma.
It's great.
When they re-traumatized me. And got drunk and made choices I shouldn't have made because I get impulsive when I'm triggered.
Yeah.
And I can own that. I can own that part of it. So, it's also why I don't drink as much anymore. I cooled off on the drinking because not that I'm concerned I have a problem. I don't think I do, but, I don't know when I'm going to be I don't know when I'm going to be re-traumatized.
Yeah.
It happened literally with a word. So anyway, but yeah, so that's my feeling on that. Did you have more to say on that? Okay.
No. I have spoken my 2 cents.
So I'm just going to turn into, what was his name? Chris Crocker. Leave Jim Carrey alone. Sorry. Do I need to go get a shower curtain and cry it?
Oh my God.
Leave Jim Carrey alone.
What is Oh.
Bah.
Huh.
Bah.
So I was just curious, like, how you mentioned you like some old YouTuber and it's like, oh, I wonder what they're up to. So Chris Crocker goes by she, her now. Her name is Kara.
Oh, good for her.
So
I did not know. I have not looked into her in a long time. So
same. So I'm like, oh, okay.
But that's good to know. I will never use that name again. Kara?
Yeah, Cara.
Cool. Good to know. I will not use the other name again. So I should look her up then because I'm very curious about what that looks like right now. What she's all done and how she's come into herself, So anyway, I think my cat wants in. Hang on.
I think I've drank all my Dr. Pepper. There's a puppy on the screen. I don't have any pets of which to have presents, so we'll have imaginary pets.
Oh,
Welcome back.
hello.
Hi.
It's so funny. She'll just sit at the gate and just meow until somebody lets her in.
Like, let me in.
Should I quickly run downstairs and see if I completely destroyed my washer?
Yeah, you probably should.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay, so for those of you who are not part of the stream when I talked about this, I put something in my washer I probably shouldn't have, but you know, what's the harm?
Maybe destroy your washer?
Okay, but I have insurance on it, so
That's wild to me. Insurance on a washer. Anyway, I've got like a sliver of the curtain open to let natural light in, and it's just glaring on my face. I am very grumpy right now, but it's fine. It means the sun likes me, right? Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I got to figure out how I want to. We're going to chat about the world building series that I want to do on my YouTube channel. Link is in the description below. Britt always adds our information down there in case you were wondering. Links to help places and people. And then there's also links to her books because mine aren't published yet for you to buy. Ha ha ha. And then a link to my other YouTube channel in case you're interested to watch what shenanigans I get down to. But yeah, I got to figure out because I'm not a world building expert. I'm sure I'm going to miss something, but yes. Ocean View, you have no idea how on brand that would be for me to become a vampire. So on brand. The joke with my friends is that vampire. Honestly, I might close it, but then it'll be like really dark and you won't be able to see me. I'll be invisible. Maybe I should do it just for the bit. Should I do it for the bit? Just close the curtain, become a vampire. But yeah, no, I'm trying to figure out like how I want to, because I know I'm going to miss something, but it's more like how I approach world building is what the series is going to be about. And then I'm going to, of course, do research and find stuff because I know I'm going to miss something in my world building, but it's going to be fun. I was told to close my curtain and become a vampire.
Why you haven't already is beyond me.
See? Honestly, let's see how dark it is if I close the curtain. Because this has been annoying me all day. Well, I say all day, all stream.
And for the record, it worked.
It didn't break it?
It didn't break it.
Welcome to the stream now.
Oh my god, not that kind of vampire. Yeah, because I used to have a blanket, but the blanket I used to have on my bed as a comforter when I was downstairs, and I didn't want to put a new comforter on, and the dog kept destroying. Anyway, I would put that in the washer, and it would not work. Like the agitator would get off kilter, and sometimes it wouldn't drain. It was bad. And this one, perfectly fine.
Amazing.
So it worked. And so, I mean, I probably could get a better clean out of it if I took it to the actual like laundromat and put it into one of those big industrial ones. And I don't have a laundromat. I mean, there's a laundromat decently close. So I might do that next time and just see if I get a better clean out of it. But, you know, hey, it worked.
Would you like to pick a card, any card?
Oh, I suppose we can do that. Did we have any industry news? I did come up with some stuff for contemporary romance.
I attempted to look, could not find anything. So I have nothing.
That's fine. So, I mean, this is technically not contemporary romance because it's not, but romantasy has an estimated value. I mean, so think about this, Kay. In 2026, romantasy sales are estimated to hit $600 million in the USA. this year.
Jeez. It's really popular right now, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah, where before when it was contemporary romance, because of 50 Shades of Grey, like really took dark romance to that place. And so like that romantasy has taken over dark romance, basically, which I think is wild. The most popular tropes: second chance romance, why choose, which I was not expecting.
They've started to pop up a lot more frequently, so I'm honestly not surprised.
Yeah, and this is from Book Riot, by the way. So I'm not sure how reputable they are. I'm still learning. But basically, they're saying that the top tropes are second chance romance, why choose, or also polyamory just in general, and spicy new adult novels.
Ooh.
So new adult is still really...
It's doing something.
Yeah, which is wild considering the fact that, like, one, new adult makes me a little uncomfortable because, like, you're talking about like early 20s, and I mean, granted, like, people in real life get spicy at that age. But I don't know, I feel uncomfortable. I feel like, you know, if they're my niece's age, like, I feel like it just makes me uncomfortable, you know what I mean?
And it's like it's kind of young.
I'm in my I'm not in my 40s yet. I am gonna be 40 this year, you know what I mean? And that, like, and again, fully understand people in real life having spicy time. I can speak from experience at that age. But I don't know. To me, I'd rather be reading about people my age, personally, which is why I write about people my age. I write people in their 30s and 40s.
Same.
Well, 30s mostly.
30s, 40s, a few hundred. It's fine.
Well, but like emotionally, I suppose, probably in their like 30s, 40s. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You know, and then Harlequin is discontinuing its historical romance line in 2027.
I thought that was like their bread and butter.
Right? Isn't that wild?
That is so wild.
Harlequin Romance is discontinuing its historical romance line.
Also, I don't like how dark it is right now. Just open a little bit.
And that's from Publishers Weekly. So that I know is reputable. Publishers Weekly.
That
comes
crazy.
From Publishers Weekly.
That did not do what I wanted it to do. I give up.
That's fine.
I give up on my lighting.
But yeah, so anyway, that's the news I found, which, you know, is interesting. I do not write romantasy, and I do not write new adult, and I don't write second chance romance, why choose either. Like, not that I would be against writing either one of them, but I just haven't.
I think out of all of that, only one of my books would be considered second chance and why choose
at the same time.
Yeah, actually.
That's amazing. I want to be with you again, but only if there's multiples of us.
It's more oh hey, I like you. Oh hey, you're back. Oh hey, I like you still. Oh hey, why choose?
As somebody who is aggressively monogamous, I don't mind reading why choose. I think it's interesting and it helps me learn about polyamory and things. But at the same time, like, I don't know how I'd feel about necessarily writing. I don't think I'd be able to write it effectively because I am aggressively monogamous. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm not saying that you're not. I don't know if you are aggressively monogamous, but I am aggressively monogamous. Even if I'm just like, we're just kind of dating, for me, that's like, you're the only person I'm seeing. Like, I am immediately, once I am actively
and that's it.
Yeah. Once I'm actively like, I'm seeing somebody, like, even if we've not had the exclusivity talk, I am exclusive. That's just how my brain works, you know? And so like, I cannot casually date. I can't.
See, I've not had the opportunity to do it, so I don't know. But I don't think I am. I'm super like, no, just you.
Yeah.
I would feel too bad about anybody else.
So I would struggle. I would have to do a lot more learning about polyamory and why
I've learned a lot.
I'm sure. The only why choose I've ever read has been the Charlie Method, and that's a throuple situation. And so like that's the only why choose I've read so far. I have another one that's on my list, and again, hockey romance, because again, that is just such a massive thing in contemporary romance.
It's so funny.
But it's called Pucking Around, and I know that's a why choose.
I've seen that.
Yeah, and so that's on my list. Hopefully I'll get to it this year. That is the goal, is to get to it this year. But I would have to do a lot more learning before I could do a why choose, because again, I am so aggressively monogamous that I struggle to see that perspective. And I've had my polyamorous friends tell me like, well, you have multiple friends, right? And each of those friends have different, attributes to your life. I'm like, that's very true. They're like, that's how we feel in polyamory, only with romance. And I'm like, and I can understand that perspective, and I fully support that perspective 100%. But that is just not that's not the way my brain works. But I'm also the kind of person who's like, I struggle with the idea of having multiple best friends. Like if you have a best friend, that should be your best friend.
Mm-hmm. They're the best friend.
Right. But I know a lot of people who are like, I have like 7 best friends. I'm like, okay, great. Happy for you. But that just seems weird to me.
You're the calculating meme, the huh.
Yeah. That doesn't, brain cannot compute that. So it's to say, so maybe it's just my way of being like, no, very strict rules. If you're a partner, you're one partner. And if, again, fully supportive of polyamory, 100% fully supportive. It's just not the way my brain works, so anyway, but I have been enjoying learning about it. Literally read 1 book so far from a relatively problematic author when it comes to stuff. So, because that's Elle Kennedy.
Oh yeah.
And she's problematic in the perspective of sapphic romance, where she'll write 2 men just fine, but will not write 2 women, which just seems really weird to me.
It's the fetishization, I think.
It's true. And I've been seeing that so much lately,
it's
especially
awful.
with the game changer stuff. Like I feel like that is, I don't want to say too much because I feel like I can't anymore being an author now. I struggle with saying certain things, because they're technically my colleagues, whatever. There is no way Rachel Reed and I are in any way, shape, or form colleagues, because she is far more successful than I am. But I don't know. I've been reading Game Changer. I've read the first one. I'm in the middle of the second one, and it just feels like a straight woman fetishizing gay men.
It's gross.
That's the way it feels. That's just the way it feels.
No.
It's the way it feels. Like, especially heated rivalry. It feels really weird because like it's supposed to be a rivalry, and they aren't rivals. They're just 2 men hooking up all the time. Like that's literally it.
It's like the enemies to lovers thing. No, they need to be trying to kill each other. Otherwise, it's just rivals.
Right. The prologue is a spicy scene between them. The prologue.
No. Incorrect.
And it's supposed to be, the only thing that makes them rivals is they're on rivalry teams. Like they're on 2 different hockey teams, and the 2 teams are like number 1 rivals to each other.
That's dumb.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Anyway, the spice is gratuitous. I want to still see the TV show because I've heard the TV show is fantastic. But again, it just feels like a straight woman fetishizing gay men. Is weird. I mean, literally Deepwater has an LGBTQ plus couple in it. I've written another one now in the series that I'm writing, and I've written also a sapphic one in the series that I'm writing. And for me, it is literally the same thing as any other spicy scene. It's 2 people connecting.
Yep.
2 people having a connection with each other. That's all it should be. That's all it needs to be, Anyway, but I'm going to finish at least Heated Rivalry so I can watch the TV show, see how I feel about it. But Not impressed. I don't see why people are so, again, I guess the fetishization, but you know,
Yeah.
I don't fetishize people.
They're people.
Yeah.
They're
And again, I don't
living.
want to ick somebody's yum in the sense of like, if you find that a turn on, whatever it is, you know, do you, as long as you're not hurting anybody or yourself, I don't care. But I don't know, for me, it makes me uncomfortable. So, to see it, you know what I mean? And I've heard plenty of gay men say that they feel uncomfortable with the fetishization of their community.
Which makes sense.
By straight white women.
Like, what are we doing, ladies?
Yep. So, yeah. So, and I'm also going to follow that community and say, then it's uncomfortable. Because if it's negatively affecting the community, then that we need to follow that, you know?
Yep.
So, but yeah, anyway, like I said, I feel weird about saying something like that because, again, technically I probably shouldn't, because I'm a contemporary romance author talking about another contemporary romance author. And
well, then I'll talk about it.
I don't want to start.
Dare she?
I don't want to start beef. Rachel Reed, if you ever see this live stream, congratulations. You got 2.5 hours into a live stream where we talk pretty much nonsense the entire time.
Oh, I know why. Did you need something in the background to cause noise? Welcome to the stream.
So yes, Rachel Reed, let's have that conversation, but it feels weird. Feels weird. Mm-hmm. And again, I think it's because it's also erotica, and that's also just a different thing. I'm not a big erotica person. I like story forward with spice. Yeah. But I jumped on the bandwagon because I wanted to learn more about it, and it was, you know, hot and popular, so why the heck not?
Why not?
But I'm not impressed. Yes, let's pick.
Are you ready to card?
I am ready to card. I can't see my screen now.
Oh no, whatever will you do?
Tell me when I can pick.
Go for it.
Stop.
Huh. The genre is children's.
Oh God.
You try being a normal kid when your parents are trapeze artists in a traveling menagerie.
Oh my God, that sounds like fun.
That does sound like fun.
This reminds me, actually, I need to go to Wendy's. I might go to Wendy's for dinner then. So if you don't know, Wendy's is running like a whole thing for the, you know, to make fun of the McDonald's CEO.
Of course.
Where they're hiring a taste tester. So you're supposed to go to Wendy's and get a burger and then do a taste testing video. And I already know what I'm going to do for it. And I'm sure other people will probably do it too, but maybe not. And maybe people will think it's weird and gross, but I'm going to do it. And that's all I'm going to say. So keep an eye out for short form, because I'm going to post a video soon.
Fun.
Anyway. And I don't feel bad for him because he's a billionaire. So
he's a CEO entrepreneur.
He's a CEO of one of the biggest fast food companies in the world. I do not feel sorry for him in any way, shape, or form.
I just find it funny how he kept calling it a product. Like,
I get it because, like, again, it's, you know,
CEO
business talk, and yes, it is a product to him, but it's also just a burger. And you can tell that he did not want to eat that burger.
And it's like, some people pointed out, it's like, well, what if he's, you know, vegan or vegetarian? I'm like, that would make sense, but I don't know if he is.
Right. And also, if you are a vegan and vegetarian, if you're a vegan or vegetarian, why are you the CEO of a fast food company known for its burgers?
Right. Be a place known for like fish or something.
Way to completely sell out your morals. If you are a vegan or vegetarian running McDonald's, way to sell out your morals.
For real. Because then it's like, no, that's a lifestyle, not I just won't.
To be fair, vegetarianism is a diet, veganism is a lifestyle.
Oh, that's right.
People misunderstand what vegetarianism is all the time, because vegetarianism is what most people think veganism is.
I knew
Where they
it
don't
wasn't
eat
the
animal
same.
products.
I
Yeah.
at least know that.
So vegetarianism is where you do not eat animal products. And then there are different forms of vegetarianism where they will introduce certain elements of animal products, like I think it's lacto is the most common form of vegetarianism, where they still eat like dairy and eggs. And there's pescatarian, which is also technically a form of vegetarian, which is weird to me because fish is meat. Like, can we stop pretending fish isn't meat?
It's an animal that you kill.
Right. Can we just stop pretending that fish isn't meat? Like, I don't understand why people are like, it doesn't
just because
count
it
as
lives
meat.
in
What?
the water doesn't mean it's not.
Right. Anyway, whatever. It is what it is. Like, okay, have your fun. Fish isn't meat. I guess I shouldn't do that right now, because Catholics are right now don't eat meat on Fridays except for fish. I'm sorry to all the Catholics.
I forgot about that.
It is Lent right now. Anyway, so yeah. Anyway, but anyway, veganism is where you don't eat animal products, but also do not utilize animal products.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, by definition, they are very different things. Veganism is a lifestyle. Vegetarianism is a diet. It's a dietary plan. I don't want to say diet because it's also not necessarily part of diet culture kind of diet. It's not a fad diet. Some people use it that way. I used to use it that way, but I was never fully vegetarian. But I would have my vegetarian days where it made it easier to not eat anything. And if I did, it was very low calorie, because I have had eating disorders.
Yay. Ugh.
Anyway, what was the writing prompt? I forget already. Oh, there it is. I see it.
Yeah, you try being a normal kid when your parents are trapeze artists in a traveling menagerie.
Sorry, I had a different tab open. I didn't have our thing open.
Dare you have a different tab open?
Whatever.
And not our Google Doc.
You're not offended. Don't pretend to be.
I'm so offended. Says the person who has 3 different tabs open.
All right, let's put my microphone back in the stand, because it's time to introduce our favorite guest on the stream. Is everybody ready? Put in the comments who you think is, yes, it's Van Gogh. He's our icon. He is an icon.
He is the icon.
Not our favorite guest. I mean, he used to be our favorite guest because he used to actually have all kinds of like interesting setups that you still haven't fixed yet.
I have to remember what I did with the other webcam.
Anyway, no, our favorite guest. Who wants to put it in the comments? Who is our favorite guest in this stream, who hates me and hates Kay on different months?
Are we ready? Clearly, so obviously, Brain.
That too. Do you want to take over the world with Brain?
I have no idea.
Do you want to take over the world with Pinky?
Looks like a no.
Oh, I wouldn't want to either.
I don't know. It'd be fun and dumb and awful.
I had to meet both of them this year.
That's amazing.
They were both announced to Twin Cities Con later this year. I'm so excited.
It's Pinky.
I might just have to splurge and get that VIP again this year.
Absolutely. Duh. Yes.
That line forever. Anyway, okay. Will I get a VIP badge to Twin Cities Con this year?
Ask me later.
Will I get a badge to the Twin Cities Con?
I have no idea.
And neither do I.
That would be fun.
That would be fun. When is it?
November.
We'll see.
I was gonna say you got time to save up.
I got time to save up. It's just a matter of I don't know how work's gonna be.
Yeah, well, it's like the busiest time of work for me. It's a blackout, so I literally cannot have time off. But hopefully, I'm in a new position by then.
Ask him.
Okay. Will I be in a new position by this fall at my job?
Yes.
Will I get the job?
That Kay interviewed for.
Definitely yes.
Both of our lives are about to change forever.
Go.
Will it be the one I'm thinking about?
The answer is yes.
Ooh. We happy? We're happy.
Will I like it?
No.
Oh no. Will it at least be worth it for the hike in pay?
No.
Oh.
Maybe you don't want it. Or is he being a big hater again?
Are you just being a big hater?
Ask me later.
Okay.
Mm.
So Ocean View wants to know, will I get a Giga Chad boyfriend?
Most likely a no.
Thank God.
Goodness.
Thank God. I don't want a Giga Chad boyfriend.
Who
Will I get a
does?
boyfriend by the end of the year?
Looks like a yes.
Oh. Okay. I mean, I'm not actively looking, so
Well,
that's
that's usually when it happens, right?
fair. I'm done. I mean, I dated a guy off and on for like a couple of years, and then that ended last year officially. And I'm like, I'm just kind of done.
It's so true.
I choose shitty men
Yeah,
because
no,
I choose men
same.
that don't fully commit, and it's just
Same. That's why I'm done.
yeah, I'm just done dating in general. So good luck to whoever this guy is seeing, because it's going to take a lot for me to be like, you know what? You add enough to my life. Join me.
Wait. Is it going to be friends to lovers?
Is it going to be friends to lovers?
Definitely no.
Okay. Is it
Oh.
going to be rivals to lovers?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Who are you rivals with?
Oh, no. Is it going to come from this new position?
Definitely yes.
Oh.
A workplace romance.
Just Mystic 8 just writing a whole book for me, like a whole rivals to lovers book for me.
That's so funny.
Will he at least be,
Yes.
okay. I'm done. I'm good. I'm set. I'm set. Will Kay have a relationship by the end of the year?
The answer is yes.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Will
But
that
will I-
be rivals to lovers?
Yes.
Oh. Will that come from their new position?
No.
Oh.
Duking it out with another author.
Will it come from the author world?
Yes.
Oh. Does this mean they need to write their book?
I don't know the answer.
Okay, so it may not come from that. So maybe this will come. Oh, I know it. I know the story. Okay. I think I figured
Tell
it
me.
out.
Tell me.
Does Kay post their world building video only to get the attention of somebody who thinks they know world building better and starts an online beef with Kay, which turns into them both having this unbridled passion for each other, becoming a rivals to lover situation?
Definitely yes.
I was expecting him to say no.
So get writing on that video, because it's going to bring you the love of your life.
That's weird. Now I'm scared. The expectations are too high now.
Will Kay's partner be,
Definitely yes.
there you go.
Hey.
What is with this weird glare on my camera?
I was just about to ask you, why are you colorfied?
I don't know. It just, the color randomly shifted. Anyway.
Move your
So-
handle above your webcam.
Huh?
Like move it above.
It's coming from this side.
Do
So
you have a light?
Well,
the
the
sun?
window is right here, so it might be glare from that.
The sun.
I mean, I have like that blanket over it, but I don't know. Okay. Let's see.
I do not need another long distance relationship.
Will it be long distance?
You know the answer.
I mean, fair. I don't want another long distance relationship either. Will mine be long distance?
You know the answer.
Fuck you.
Okay. But will it be long distance or long distance?
Okay, like, is it long distance by plane?
Definitely yes.
For me?
Definitely no.
Oh, for Kay.
The answer is
Boo.
yes.
Okay.
Why?
So you're
Wait. Are they in a different continent?
Doesn't look clear yet.
Okay.
Another country?
Looks like a no.
Okay.
So still in the States.
So is it the lower, mainland United States?
Most likely a no.
Oh. Is it going to be Alaska?
Most likely a no.
Hawaii.
Hawaii?
No.
New York.
Looks like a yes.
Okay. Maybe it got confused when I said lower mainland,
yeah.
like not the South. Because I mean, you're in the South,
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
New
you're
York.
going to fall in love with somebody in New York. I mean, luckily we have 2 friends in New York that you could stay
That's true,
with.
we
to go see
do.
this
I can
person.
crash with them. Yes. That's so funny.
Literally one in the city and one right out of the city. Will it be in New York City?
Looks like a yes.
Okay. I was gonna say, because we also have another friend actually up in Albany. So
That is so funny.
that'll be interesting. Well, get with our friends in New York.
I'll be like, hey, buddy.
Hey, I'm gonna have to stay with you a lot because my partner. Okay, will Kay have to move to New York?
Yes.
Oh. Will Kay want to move to New York for this person?
Doesn't look clear yet.
Okay. I mean, that tracks. You were gonna move for a partner.
I'm very wishy-washy, so it makes sense.
Yeah, that tracks. Will I have to move?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Colorado.
I was just thinking that. Is my boyfriend gonna be in Colorado?
Ask me later.
It's later.
Is my boyfriend gonna be in Colorado?
Yes.
I'm done. No. It's not him, right?
I don't know the answer.
Okay.
That's mean.
There is somebody from my past that I am not, that is in Colorado. But I do not. That would definitely be that's more like an enemies to lovers. Well, no enemies. It will stay that way.
I was about to say.
Okay. Let me think. Is it that person that I'm thinking of?
Everything indicates no.
Thank God.
Yay. You're free.
Oh my goodness. Will I meet this person through the friend that I have in Colorado?
I don't know the answer.
I don't want to get too
Rude.
specific
Yeah.
about who
That
this
gives
person
away
is.
too much.
Yeah. Will I meet this person on one of my trips to Colorado?
Looks like a yes.
Okay. So does this person live in the mountains?
Looks like a no.
Oh. Do they live at the base of the mountains?
I don't know the answer.
Fuck you. Do they live in Denver?
I have no idea.
Are they a Bronco?
Yes.
Oh shit. Well, I think I'll be able to afford a Switch too.
I think you're set. I think you're good. So which Bronco are we wanting to put you with? No.
Let's Google all the Broncos and we'll see who I like the best. And it can't be that one because it has to be Rivals to Lovers. Dang it.
He has to be the one that you like the least, or one of the ones that you like the least. No, wait. He sees a book that you write, and he's like,
end up being a cougar because they're all like, there is not a single Bronco even close to 40.
Is Britt gonna be a cougar?
Am I gonna be a cougar?
I don't know the answer.
Not the animal, like the older woman going after younger men.
Doesn't look clear yet.
I mean, I kind of already am, considering 2 celebrities I have crushes on. Am I already a cougar?
Doesn't look clear yet.
I mean,
Huh, wait, am I?
is Kay a cougar?
Most likely a no.
Okay.
Okay.
So their love interest will be about the same age?
The answer is yes.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
There we go. There we
Great.
go.
There
So
you go.
you're gonna live in New York.
It's such a drastic change.
I mean, but you have friends out there.
I'm sure I do.
You have friends. So, you know, wow. Okay. And I'm gonna live in Colorado.
I finally go up north and you move away. How dare you?
And I go to the actual West. Like, you know what I mean? Like where actual cowboys are.
You're not
Because
Midwest, you're West.
Because Texan cowboys aren't real cowboys. The cowboys in the Wild West, like Colorado, are real cowboys. I can say that because I live in Minnesota.
I take
and
zero
I'm not
offense
in-
to that. I'm
Well,
not
I didn't think
offended.
you were gonna take offense to that. I'm just saying. Because I anyway. Okay, let's actually talk about writing. Will I finish the Unwritten Rules of Hooking Up second draft like ever?
Yes.
Okay. Will I finish it in March?
I have no idea.
April.
Will I finish it in April?
Yes.
Okay. Will it be done by April or will I finish it? Oh, okay, I can't do that way. Will it be done by April 1?
The answer is yes.
Oh, so I will finish it in March.
Okay. Just not March.
Okay.
I mean, you have like a week.
Oh yeah, here's a good one. Is my love interest back to love interest? Is my love interest rich?
Ask me later.
Is my love interest rich?
Is Kay's love interest rich?
The answer is yes.
Oh.
Oh.
You need to start
Do I-
looking up authors in New York City.
Do I get to write full time?
Everything indicates no.
Oh.
Okay, but do they get to be a full-time creative, like with content creation and things like that as well?
Yes.
I mean, last stream, it did say I needed to do the thing. So he's actually continuing.
The same concept. Yeah.
The same
Okay.
concept.
Will I ever become a full-time creative?
The answer is yes.
Hey.
Here we go. Full-time creative. Here we go. Okay. Okay. It's been later. It's later now. Is my love interest rich?
Everything indicates no.
Oh, but it's a Bronco. So he's bad with money.
Wait. Is he a Bronco or does he work with the Broncos?
Okay. Is he an actual Bronco player?
Looks like a no.
Okay. Is he somebody who works with the Broncos?
Everything indicates yes.
Okay.
Problem solved.
There it is. I don't know how I will meet this person through work, because what I do has very little to do with football. And I'm only saying that because I don't want anybody to even guess the company I work for.
Obviously, it's Tor Publishing. There was actually a position open for Tor Publishing that I almost applied for, but you had to be in New York.
Oh.
So
I think Kay's moving to New York.
this is weird.
That's wild. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, so then will Kay finally finish the world building for the 10 Kingdom series in March?
The answer is yes.
Oh. So they will find the names of the other 2 kingdoms that they need?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And so will they be able to start drafting the first draft of Kingdoms of Betrayal like by April?
Looks like a no.
Okay, so there's still some headway to be made.
By May?
By May?
The answer is yes.
Okay.
That makes more sense.
Okay. So you're going to finish your world building, which means you can probably outline and really have an idea set in mind. Okay. That works. That works. Will any of my books ever go viral?
Definitely yes.
Oh. Will Kay's books go viral?
Everything indicates no.
Oh, we're flipping now. I see how it is.
Okay, but will their like YouTube stuff, whether it be their gaming channel or their main channel, will that go viral?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Jerk.
Will anything about Kay go viral?
Most likely a no.
He's back to being a pisser to you. Are you just being an asshole for the sake of being an asshole to Kay?
Yes.
You know, at least he doesn't beat around the bush.
Do you like me at least?
Looks like a yes.
Aw.
Aw, it's
like
because he
you
lives with
too.
you.
Do you not like Kay?
Looks like a yes.
Yes, he does not like Kay.
You know what? I don't like you either.
Do you care if Kay likes you?
Most likely a no.
He's like, I don't give a shit.
He's like, whatever.
Kay can dislike me all they want. Fuck it.
Haters gonna hate.
Are haters gonna hate?
Definitely no.
Oh. Are haters gonna love?
Definitely no.
Are lovers gonna hate?
Looks like a no.
Oh. Is anybody gonna hate?
Yes.
Okay. Oh yeah,
I mean,
here's
they
a good
kind
one.
of have to.
Will my love interest like pets?
Looks like a yes.
I mean,
They kind of have to.
they would have to.
Does mine?
Yes.
Will Kay get a dog?
You know the answer.
I do know
Yes.
the answer. Will Kay get a cat?
Looks like a yes.
Oh. Will Kay get a bearded dragon?
Definitely yes.
Oh. You gotta care for one.
Okay, will I or will my partner?
Will it be Kay? Will it be Kay's bearded dragon specifically and not her partner's?
I
They're
don't
partners.
know the answer.
Okay. Then will it be their partners?
The answer is yes.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. That
So
makes
will their partner be really into like reptiles just in general?
Yes.
Okay. So I don't have to teach them how to take care of a bearded dragon?
Looks like a yes.
Oh, I still have to teach them how to take care of a bearded dragon. Okay. So they don't know enough about bearded dragons, I guess.
I'm gonna be like, so look at this, and he'll be like, "That's this. There's so much wrong right here now. Fix it immediately." And I'll be like, "Hey, babe."
Will they have an iguana?
Everything indicates no.
Okay. That's good
No.
because iguanas are a lot.
I was about to say they seem like a lot.
They're a lot. Will they have a Chinese water dragon?
Looks like a yes.
Oh,
What
okay.
even is that? Hello.
It's like a smaller iguana.
Okay.
But also they eat meat, so it's a little bit easier to take care of. So I like Chinese water dragons. They're really cool.
I like the name.
Yeah.
Name is cool.
Yeah. Will I ever set up my Lake Malawi cichlid tank?
Yes.
Okay. Is the idea that I have about getting a bunch of rocks and just creating my own like seascape, aquascape, gonna work?
The answer is yes.
Okay. There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Amazing.
Will the next book I publish be Between the Vines?
No.
Oh,
Will it be the unwritten rules of hooking up?
You know the answer.
The answer is yes.
will it be?
The answer is yes.
Okay. For both of you, will the love interest family accept either one of us? Okay, so will my love interest family accept me?
Looks like a yes.
Yay.
Yay.
Will Kay's love interest accept them?
Doesn't look clear yet.
Oh.
Oh. But I'm so lovable.
Is it maybe because Kay's love interest isn't fully out when their relationship starts?
Ooh,
I have no idea.
Oh, okay. I'm just thinking, I mean, that could be a possibility. You know what I mean?
that's true. I mean, it's the same for me. So, like,
I mean, fair. Could you imagine? That would be such a conversation with your parents. To be like, so I'm in a relationship, I'm moving to New York. Oh, and by the way, I'm sapphic and like, you know, non-binary.
bye.
Use they them pronouns. Thanks, bye.
And they would just be like, they're like,
That would be a lot of information for them to process.
I think their brains would fry a little.
I think
They'd be like, wait, what? Hold on. Wait, come back here.
For me to be like, you know what? I met somebody who works for the Broncos. He lives in Colorado, and I'm going to go live with him and live in Colorado. And my parents be like, yeah, that tracks. Like
It
every ounce of my story,
every ounce of your story is so, yes.
that is so you, that tracks 100%.
Like mine is so me if you know me.
Right. If you know you, it's very you. Maybe not the New York part.
Yeah, no, that's kind of
feel much like you.
No, but I mean,
but to be fair, if much like more comfortable place for you to be you.
Mm-hmm. This is true.
I think there are maybe better cities for you to be you in.
But no one's perfect. It's better than the current.
But if you were to drop that bomb on your parents be like, wait, I am so confused.
I don't think they would register half of it. They'd just be like, wait, what's a huh? What?
Non-binary. I don't understand what that means.
That's not a thing.
Are you multiple people now because they is a multiple pronoun?
Yes, actually.
You are multiple people now.
I am multiple people. Thank you for noticing.
It's so funny because like I've had that conversation with people. I'm like, you do realize people use they, them in the singular all the time. If you don't know the gender of a person,
you say they or them.
Right. Because it's easier than saying, him or her. You just say they, them. You do it all the time. People do it all the time. They just don't recognize it when it's regular speech.
Mm-hmm.
They only
ignore it when it's convenient.
Right. Anyway. Okay. Interesting. Will this be what makes Kay come out to their parents?
No.
Oh. Okay. There's something else.
Well, I mean, there is a plan in place, but I don't want to say it.
Will that plan take place?
Everything indicates no.
Oh. Maybe a completely different situation?
I have no idea.
Okay.
So helpful.
Will Kay ever actually come out to their parents?
I don't know the answer.
Oh. I feel like you're just beating around some kind of bush. Are you beating around a bush?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know if you want to dive any deeper into this, Kay, but...
Well, now I want to know. I know it holds no candle to anything, but now I want to know. One parent.
Will they tell one parent?
Yes.
Okay. Will they tell the other parent?
Looks like a yes.
Oh, okay. Will they tell them at different times because it's just like easier and probably more, I don't want to say safer because I don't think you'd ever be in danger with your parents, but like,
I mean, you know what I mean?
I don't, but I'm just saying from what I know of your parents, I don't think so.
Yeah, no, I don't think it just,
So will it be like that kind of situation where they tell one parent and then the other parent kind of finds out later?
Everything indicates yes.
Okay.
Is it going to be the parent that I know I would tell first?
You know the answer.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I have a feeling I know who you would tell first.
Yeah, no, you know who I would tell first.
Yeah. I don't know what else to ask about it, but here we have another one from Ocean View. So, will my ex crash my wedding?
Ask me later.
Will my ex crash my wedding?
Looks like a no.
Okay.
Oh, good. They behave themselves.
I was gonna say, like, you have a couple of weirder ones.
Mm-hmm.
That I could see that happening. Like literally the first one that I knew about. That one that would track for that.
It would. I have not heard from him in a hot minute though, so but I've also got him blocked on everything.
As you should.
Yeah.
Okay, it's later. Will my ex crash my wedding?
Looks like a yes.
Is it the most recent one?
Ask me later.
Will we stop the ex?
Definitely yes.
Okay.
Hey.
You're in charge. You are officially security at my wedding. My theoretical wedding in the future.
I'm gonna get buff and I'll punch him in the face.
Should Kay be security at my wedding?
Doesn't look clear yet.
Okay. Yeah, that's right.
You gotta get buff first. Okay. Will it be the first ex?
Ask me later.
I don't want to ask you later. I want to know now. Will it be the first ex?
Definitely no.
Okay. So is it the in between X?
The answer is yes.
Why?
Vendetta.
Why? He's in such a happy place right now. Like,
Is he? Is he?
last we talked, he was.
Is he now?
Because we're still friends.
That's so funny. Does he do it as a joke?
Ask me later.
Jerk.
Okay, does he do it as a joke?
Doesn't look clear yet.
Okay.
So helpful.
Is he happy in his life?
You know the answer.
My thought is yes. Is he happy in his life?
Everything indicates yes.
Okay. So why? Does he not like my partner?
You know the answer.
Oh.
Does he do it by accident?
Most likely a no.
Okay. I'm thinking maybe he doesn't necessarily like because he's very protective because we're friends. So is it because he's protective and maybe questions the partner?
Most likely a no.
Oh, then why? Does he not want me to move to Colorado?
Everything indicates yes.
Oh, why? That's such a weird thing to not feel like I gotta stop the wedding because she can't move to Colorado.
Everybody just looks at him like, what?
Okay, I am seriously coming up with a book idea now.
As you should. As you should.
Oh my
I just
God.
have many questions. Many questions.
You are. Do you want me to have more questions versus answers?
Everything indicates no.
Oh, so you're trying to help me. Okay. So what I'm understanding, and let me know if I'm wrong. What I'm understanding is I will meet somebody through work who works with the Broncos, who lives in Colorado, who wants me to move to Colorado with him. But my second ex, who is very happy with his life and probably doesn't want to be in a relationship with me because he's very, very happy in his current situation, right? Very, very happy. He's in a good place. Comes and crashes the wedding because he doesn't want me to move to Colorado, which I've probably already done. Am I correct?
The answer is yes.
I love that so much. No
That's
hesitation.
That's a story.
That is such a story. No hesitation.
I can't wait to have that be my story. Be like, okay, so let me tell you the story of my wedding.
Let me tell you the story of how I met your mother.
Is Kay's just as convoluted?
Most likely a no.
Okay, yours is more straightforward.
Mine's more straightforward. Rivals.
Is Kay, okay, wait, no. Is Kay's more straightforward?
Doesn't look clear yet.
Well, I mean, it
Is
can't.
Kay's
Britt.
more convoluted?
Most likely a no.
Thank God.
Well, it can't be straightforward because.
Is it gay forward?
Everything indicates no.
Oh. What?
Bi forward.
Okay, is it bi forward?
No.
Oh. Is it
Pan forward?
polyamorous forward?
Most likely a no.
Okay. What? Is it
Pan?
sapphic forward?
Most likely a no.
I'm so confused. Are you confused?
Most likely a no.
Okay. Will Kay's partner be, in fact, a sapphic individual?
Doesn't look clear yet.
I am so confused.
I'm confuzzled.
Okay, well, Kay's ex. Well, I think we asked that question though, didn't we?
Did
Will
we?
Kay's ex crashed. Yeah, because we talked about what.
Oh
what
yeah, one of them would.
One of them absolutely would. That would track for that
Crazy.
individual. I mean, I don't want to say what he did, but he did a
fun.
really weird freaking thing.
Yeah, we don't do that.
No, what he did was real weird. But that's your story to tell, so I'm not gonna say what he did, but yeah, real weird. Okay, let me think.
I'm trying to think of what. Pan.
Ask me later.
Not the cooking utensil. Like, will they be pan?
Everything indicates yes.
Okay.
Okay, there we go.
Pan forward.
There we
Pan
go.
forward. Okay.
That makes sense.
That's how they would want. I'm guessing that's how they would want to, identify sexually is
Mhm.
pan, not sapphic, not bi, pan. Got it. Got it. Okay. I mean, that works.
It does work.
Indeed. I was very confused for a minute when it was like, no, not gay, not bi, not even sapphic. Like,
I was like, should I be concerned? Is it a man again?
I'm gonna fall in love with a dude because that's weird.
Wait, is it? Because Pan.
Oh god,
Pan could be either way.
With another man.
Doesn't look clear yet.
Oh my god.
Is it? If it is a man, is he cisgendered?
You know the answer.
No, then that's no.
I don't want to know the answer.
And that's no, because
Yeah.
Is he a trans man?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I don't know how you feel about trans men. Like, I mean, I'm sure you like trans men as humans, but as far as attraction is concerned.
Interesting.
He
Very
was
interesting.
Trans man in New York. Okay, so let me get Kay's thing straight then. So Kay is going to be with a trans man from New York who is an author. This is narrowing down who this might be. A trans man in New York who's an author, who is an expert in world building, who sees their video about world building and starts an online beef with them, only to find out that it's actually just sexual attraction, and then they end up living happily ever after with a dog, a cat, and a bearded dragon, and a Chinese water dragon. Am I clear?
I don't know the answer.
Hater got it
because we've just gone through it. Am I correct?
Looks like a yes.
That is such a wild combination of everything.
Well, we have quite the love stories to live out, I guess.
It's gonna be fun.
Okay, we're gonna put you away for a little bit because I think those are both love stories that we want to not only live, maybe, but also. Oh my god, why would he? I was gonna say, if anybody were to crash a wedding, it'd be my first one.
I was about to say.
Because my two most recent ones I know are in happy relationships. Because again, I'm still friends with them. I'm not friends with my first ex.
Mm-hmm.
And I know he got married, but I do not know the current standing of their relationship because I'm not in their life at all. So I have no idea. Last time I interacted with him, I was because I accidentally interacted with him on social media. Oops. It's been like a year now since that happened. A little over. I think it was early last year. So anyway, so there you go. That's our love stories, y'all. Who is excited for our love stories?
I can't wait to see this play out.
I just want to see what yours entails. Like I'm so confused by yours.
I'm so confused.
I was not confused by yours up until the point of it being a trans man.
Right. And it's like,
That's where it went,
so
wait. I'm confused.
We're still questioning things, I guess. Okay.
At least Ocean View is going to have a good show. At least Ocean View is excited for us. You know what I mean? Oh, I didn't see this one. Okay, let's do this one. Is my love interest a short king?
The answer is yes.
Oh, I tend to like taller men, but okay. I mean, I'm not against short kings.
We love a short king.
As long as he's good at what he does. You know? If you know what I mean.
Is mine?
The answer is yes.
Okay.
Awesome.
You like shorter people?
There's reasons.
Fair. Anyway, yeah, so those are going to be interesting love stories. I'm going to meet someone through work who works for the Broncos, lives in Colorado. We are going to be rivals to start and then fall in love. And then my second ex is going to crash my wedding because he doesn't want me to move to Colorado, even though I probably already have, because like any chance I would have to move to Colorado. Plus, I'd want to live with someone before getting married to that person. So like,
does he crash it because he's drunk?
No.
I was gonna say that wouldn't be very him anyway. He's not much of a I mean, he drinks, but not like heavily. I don't think I've ever. No, that's not true. I did see him drunk once. He got me drunk once. That was an interesting night. Very interesting night. Anyway,
Fun.
he just thought it was really funny to see me drunk, but he was also drinking the same amount
That's
as
so
me.
funny.
He regretted every choice he made that night.
Of course.
I also did. I also regretted every choice made that night.
Be like, what? Wake up the next morning. Why did we do that?
That was the first time I ever had a hangover
That's wild.
in my life. Awful. Hated it. Because in your 20s you don't get hangovers. At least I didn't. I didn't start getting hangovers until I was 30. I wasn't actually 30. Well, yeah, I was 30. So
Amazing.
anyway, if you're not 30 yet, just know you get hangovers when you're 30. Yeah, so those are going to be interesting love stories. Let me tell you, I'm going to write them both down, and then in 10 years' time, we'll check in with each other on that one.
Be like, hey, so how did that go? So none of that happened. Magic 8 guy is a liar.
Turns out Mystic 8 isn't really a mystic.
Mystic 8 is a mystic.
Are you actually mystical and can tell the future?
Everything indicates yes.
I mean,
Are you
a liar
lying?
would say that.
Are you lying?
Looks like a no.
A liar. I would expect that.
behavior.
I would expect that. I would expect a liar to be like, no. I don't lie.
No.
I mean, watch both of those love stories actually take place.
I would be very intrigued by that. Now I'm kind of scared to post the first video. Like, here we go. Nothing happens.
You post that video and your love story begins, Kay. Just think about that. I have to wait to get my new position at work first.
Haha. I don't have to wait.
But apparently it's going to still be this year, so.
That's so crazy.
Y'all, I am very excited because that means I get to move to Colorado.
I get to go to
I was
New
literally
York.
just talking to the person that I'm close to that lives in Colorado last night, and I was like, "Would you be upset if I moved to Colorado?" And they were like, "No." So,
Will I stay in New York?
Looks like a yes.
Oh. Okay,
in the
then.
city, or will they? Okay, will they stay in the city?
Looks like a yes.
Oh,
Oh.
okay. Will it be
Interesting.
Manhattan,
Doesn't look clear yet.
the Bronx?
No.
Oh, okay. Brooklyn.
Looks like a yes.
Okay, so probably Brooklyn, maybe Manhattan, but probably Brooklyn. Okay.
Interesting.
So start looking at houses in Brooklyn, I guess.
Gotta start saving yesterday.
To live in New York. I mean, luckily Brooklyn apparently is a little more affordable, but than Manhattan is. But by that standard, I mean a little more affordable is like, you know, a little less billionaire, a little more millionaire.
I mean, are we both gonna be famous, rich authors?
Everything indicates no.
Oh.
We're broke.
Are they broke?
Ask me later.
Are one of them rich?
Everything indicates yes.
Is it Kay?
Looks like a yes.
Oh, you're gonna be the moneymaker.
Let's go.
I mean, again, kind of tracks. You tend to be really responsible with money, and
except for the one incident recently. But you know what? It's fine.
Yeah, interesting. All right, so I'm gonna move to Colorado. You're gonna move to New York. We're still gonna be so far away from each other, and no highway. I mean, I'm sure there's some kind of like.
I'm sure there's one that goes from.
Colorado
if not,
to
then maybe
New
like
York.
2 or 3.
Let me see. Let's figure that out. Like, okay, Google.
Hey Google.
Highway from
Colorado.
Denver
I can't spell Colorado.
to New York. I didn't spell highway right, but whatever. According to Reddit, 70 west or 80 west question mark.
Question mark.
Ooh, directions from Denver, Colorado to New York. MapQuest.
MapQuest. That's a throwback.
That is a throwback. It would take 25 hours and 1 minute. And I'd have to drive through Nebraska and Iowa. And Toledo. And Cleveland. Yeah, it doesn't, I mean, it looks like 80. Yeah. 80.
There's a route.
I guess 80. And to be fair, I mean, 35 only gets me to Texas. Doesn't necessarily get me to you.
That's true.
I just think it's hilarious how you and how Texas also has 35E and 35W, just like it does here.
It's so funny.
And it's the same 35.
And it's the same awful freeway.
Yeah.
That's so funny. It is so funny.
So yeah, it would be highway or interstate 80, which kind of tracks. I take interstate 80 when I go to Chicago, and that goes to roughly the area of Chicago that I would be going to if I go to Chicago. So at some point I take highway 80 is what I'll say. Not the whole way, because obviously like 80 is not anywhere near Minnesota. It cuts through the bottom part of Iowa. But anyway, well, I think we should probably end the stream here.
It's been 3 hours of yapping.
We have to set our goals for next month. Holy crap.
We do. I mean, mine are staying the same.
Well, mine aren't, because obviously
I changed yours.
I guess you changed mine to finish the second draft of Hooking Up. Yeah, I guess that would be my goal. Would to be finish the second draft of Hooking Up. That would definitely be the goal.
Basic world building, and apparently doing the world building video.
I guess doing the world building video.
I got to figure that out.
Yeah, I got to figure that out. The second you post has when your love story begins. Think about that.
That's fun. So world building literally builds my world.
There it is. World building builds your world.
Boom.
I'm
trademarking that. Don't you dare steal that.
That's fine. I trademarked Sleepy Sleeps. Nobody can use Sleepy Sleeps except for me. That's what I call Apollo sleeping. Is Sleepy Sleep time. Sleepy Sleep. Sleepy Sleep? Do you want to go Sleepy Sleeps?
Sleepy Sleeps.
Is it Sleepy Sleeps time? Nova comes in. She's like, please tell me it's Sleepy Sleeps time, because I would love it. Oh, see, there's Nova. Look, there's Nova.
It's a Nova. They're like, oh, hey, you're ending? Okay, now we could show up.
Do you want to go Sleepy Sleeps?
Amazing. Cool. Awesome. Fun. Fantastic.
He's at, I already Sleepy Sleeps a little bit.
I would like to Sleepy Sleeps.
You have to pay me now. I trademarked Sleepy Sleeps.
There you go. Your invisible money.
What? You look so dashing.
He does. Look at that face.
You look so dashing. You are just like so proper and prim. He's always sat so proper. Like when he sits, he's like.
It's so funny. He's just like, it's like, oh, why are you so cute?
Good dog. Nova's literally laying down in the middle of the room, showing her belly. That means she trusts the dog as much as she does not want to admit to that. All right. Thank you all for joining us. This may be the last stream we are in Minnesota and Texas.
No.
Let's just rush it.
No. Okay, so I know, but we're not U-hauling.
Oh, good point. You wouldn't U-Haul. Interesting. I mean, more, more clues that it's, Start doing some research on trans men in New York that are authors.
Literally, like, who are you? Who?
Start just looking into it.
Just Google me, like, who are you?
I'm very confused and very excited for you. I mean, if you're happy, that's all that matters to me. As long as you're happy.
Sometimes the life surprises you. So maybe this is one of those surprises.
Maybe right now they identify as a trans man, but what if they're like more gender fluid and they just identify as a man right now?
That is also possible.
Just right now they identify as a trans man because that just makes sense for them right now. Maybe they're gender fluid. Ooh, that's a good question. Do they go by he, him pronouns?
Yes.
Oh. Are they gender fluid?
Doesn't look clear yet.
But I mean, to be fair, that tracks for gender fluidity.
That's true. One day it's one thing, another day that's why it's gender fluid.
Right. Like there's a friend that I have that I just always resort to they them pronouns for this person because they've gone between that with their gender fluidity. They've gone between he, him, and they them. And so I just default to they them just to be safe. I mean, just because I don't know where they are right now, right? And I don't want to accidentally I feel like they them is a lot of a more generalized pronoun than him, obviously. So anyway, but yeah, so maybe that's just but that's the thing is they thought they were non-binary for a really long time. Then they were like, no, I'm actually just a trans dude, and maybe it's them. Oh, they're from New York. They don't live in New York right now, but they are from New York originally.
And why haven't you introduced us?
Because you're sapphic and right now they identify as a man?
I know that tracks, yeah. But clearly, I don't know something.
I mean, clearly. Maybe, oh my God, that would be amazing.
Little gears turning in your head.
I'm gonna talk to this friend. And be like, at one point they wanted to be an author.
This could be so funny if it's that.
Oh my God. Is it?
Doesn't look clear yet.
Screw you.
Is jerk.
It? Definitely yes.
Oh shit. I'm gonna text this person tonight. Be like, I have written your love story. Just move back to New York. And they'd be like, okay.
I'd be like, okay. Oh my gosh, you send them my video and it starts the beef by accident because I say something stupid and they're like, no.
That's not how I do it.
That's not how it works.
I don't think that's how it should be done.
I'll be like, oh yeah, bet.
Goodness.
I do it even more now.
That'd be fun because you both are very important people in my life, and that would be amazing. I don't know which side I'd sit on at the wedding. I just have to sit in the aisle.
We'll just have a little area just for you.
Oh, no, I can just officiate. How's that sound? I'll get ordained over the internet and I'll officiate.
Let's go. Yes. That'd be amazing.
Okay, we have now solved the riddle. All right, my dog's getting antsy. I think he has to go potty. So we should really actually end the stream this time instead of the Minnesota goodbye. So thank you all for joining us. Just to be clear, our next stream will be maybe April 18th.
It's very tentative because it's my dad's birthday, so we'll see.
Also, I need to make sure nothing else is going on April 18th.
Yeah, same. So it may be the week before. Okay. If we wanted to do it that early.
As you know, I usually put up the stream information the day before, so just keep an eye out. And Kay's goal is to finish basic world building for the 10 Kingdom series and maybe start on Kingdoms of Betrayal. And also For sure. Totally. For sure. Do the writing prompt.
Totally, for sure.
My goal, finish the second draft of Hooking Up and totally for sure do the writing prompt.
For sure. Totally. For sure.
For
Absolutely.
Sure.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you all for joining us. We'll see you all next month. And I'll see you all next Thursday for a new video. Bye.
Bye.